Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
All praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Hey, double honors to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere, authentic teaching, in truth, and sincerity. Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 25, starting at verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord Yahweh for his wife, because she was barren. And the Lord Yahweh was entreated of him. Rebekah, his wife, conceived.
And the reason why Rebekah was able to conceive is because of this entreatment that Isaac made. Now, we know it was set up in the spirit, but this shows you how much power the man had back in the day during the ancient times, right? So, again, she got pregnant from the entreatment of Isaac, all right? And it was set up in the spirit for it to be manifested on earth. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 22. And the children struggled together within her.
And the reason why they were struggling because they are each other's oppositions, okay? Period. They were actually fighting in the womb. And this same activity or these same behaviors is manifested on earth in real time, right? So Esau doesn't like Jake, and Jake doesn't like Esau. Period. Go ahead.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord Yahweh.
Right.
And the Lord Yahweh said unto her.
And how did she do this? Via a prophet. So she made acquisition via a prophet. Go ahead.
And the Lord Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb.
Right. Go ahead.
And two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
And when you go into that term manner, it goes into like kind or sort. Meaning what? In the spirit, the Israelites are classified as the righteous, and in the spirit, the Edomites are classified as what? The wicked. Now look, I did a video not too long ago. You had this Edomite having sex with his dogs, right? So he raped two of his dogs, and so someone turned them in. But at the same time frame, this is just the nature of Esau. Get Job 30 and 1, bro. Real quick. Job 30 and 1. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. You can find something? Oh, yeah. That's one. Go ahead.
This is the word manner in the Edom. It says kind, sort, variety, fashion, method.
So Esau is fashioned to be the wicked, and the Israelites are fashioned to be the righteous. Go ahead.
It says manner, way, appearance.
Right, and their ways are the wicked, and our ways is the righteous, or are the righteous. Go ahead.
Jump down.
Okay.
It says a way of doing something, a personal habit of a way of doing, or a way of conducting oneself.
Right, and a way goes into a mannerism, right? And a mannerism means a way. It's the same thing. Go ahead.
Last bit. It says one specific nature, form, or way something happens.
Right, so Esau's nature is to be the wicked, and our nature is to be the righteous. Get Job 30 and 1.
It's Job chapter 30, verse 1. But now they that are younger than I.
Right. Younger than I in the Hebrew also goes into insignificant, right? Meaning what? They're base. They're the lowest classification of men on the face of this world. Go ahead.
Younger than I have me in derision.
Derision goes into a mocking. So in their kingdom, they're able to mock us because why? Of their blessing, right? They sit up high and we sit down low. Go ahead.
Whose father I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock.
Right. So what did Job know? What type of intel did Job have? That he's saying that he does not want his dogs to be associated with Esau. Meaning what? No common contact. He didn't want them to be contacted. Right? And if you know anything about that with Esau, first this man starts out raping dogs, and then it upgrades the people, man. As a kid, when a kid starts burning things or shooting things, it starts off small, and then their behavior upgrades. So pretty soon, this Edomite is going to make that transition from animals to actually people, man. They're the wicked. This is prep work, right? You want to say something? He's very vile, right? Go ahead, bro.
It says, And two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels,
Right.
and the one people shall be stronger than the other.
Right. So the Israelites are stronger than the Edomites. Go ahead.
If I can make a point,
Yeah.
because two manner of people gonna be separated from the womb. Basically, Esau and Jacob was twins, so to speak, but they, wasn't identical twins. You know what I'm saying? They was fraternal twins, meaning they didn't share the same sac. So they were pretty much basically just relatives, so to speak, or just a brother. You know what I'm saying? That was born at the same time, but not identical because they had different. It was two sacks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That they didn't share. You know what I mean? So basically, because identical twins gonna be either girl or boy. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? These fraternal twins could be girl boy, boy. You know what I'm saying? With girl boy, girl. But at the end of the day, Jacob and Esau are two different characteristics, man. Two different mindsets because they are not identical twins.
Right. Beautiful. All right. You have some more?
Yeah, it says this is the meaning of fraternal twins in the Google. It says either of a pair of twins who, as a result of developing from separate fertilized ovules, are genetically distinct and not necessarily the same sex or similar in appearance or other siblings. Just going this back and what you said, bro. Okay.
All right.
Like in Genesis chapter 25, verse 25, it says, the one people shall be stronger than the other people,
Right.
and the elder shall serve the younger.
So the Edomites will serve the Israelites in the kingdom of heaven. This is their destiny. Go ahead.
Verse 24, it says, and when her days were to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
Right.
And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment.
Meaning what? He lacked melanin. He lacked pigmentation. Go ahead.
And they called his name Esau.
Go ahead. Ishashwa. Go ahead. Meaning what? Wasted away is he. Meaning why? Because he lacked melanin. He had no pigmentation. Go ahead, bro. Now he wasn't hairy either. Okay, but he was just compared to a red garment. Go ahead, bro. You want to bring it back? Go ahead.
Verse 26, it says, and after that came his brother out, and his brother took hold of Esau's heel,
Mm-hmm.
and his name was called Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
And then his brother took hold to his heel. So what precept comes to mind? Somebody gets 2nd Ezra 6 and 7.
I'll just say what you said. Second Ezra.
Yeah, somebody gets 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 7. Because when Esau goes down, immediately Jacob is going to go up. Jacob rises. And also Jacob means what? A liar in wait. First and foremost, it means supplanter. But the second definition for this term also means a liar in wait. So we are awaiting the incoming of Yahushua.
This is Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the pardon of sunder of times, or when shall be the end of the first in the beginning of it that followeth?
Yeah, so we're here. We're in the end of Esau's rulership. It's over. So right now it's a concept called circling the drain. So America is dizzy. America is about to fall, right? And America is Esau's strong hub, right? Go ahead, bro.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him,
Right.
Jacob held first the heel of Esau.
Go ahead.
For Esau is the end of the
For
world,
Esau is the end of what rulership? Go ahead.
and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
And this is what we are waiting. This is what we have content. Lord will. Somebody get Revelation chapter 3 and 10. Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, starting at verse 11. For the children being not yet born.
Who are the children? There you go. Jacob and Esau. Go ahead, bro.
Neither having done any good or evil,
Right.
that the purpose of Yahweh.
So this isn't telling what manifested destiny. Right? We said what, bro? Predestination. That's all it is. Right? So everything is scripted in the spiritual realm before it actually take place on earth. And all of this was designed before the earth was even created. These characters for us, our lives were already made manifested in the spiritual realm. And it plays out on earth at a lot of times. Go ahead, bro.
That's why we all pertain to this truth or what's going on with the Lord's movie, man. Because any movie script writer, before that movie hit the big screen, he writes the script in his home or wherever he did. So it's already documented or put on paper. Then it's put out there for the actors to bring it to the big screen, man. And this is what we're doing now through the spirit of probably how about outside. We're prophesying the things that have been wrote in the script, and it's playing out as we see it today.
That's right.
I got good questions.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Ephesians 1:4. According as he have chosen us in him before the foundation of the world.
Before the foundations of the world, the elect was chosen. The elect was what? Cherry picked for Yahweh Shai, whoever they may be. Go ahead, bro. That one grape of the cluster. Go ahead.
That we should be holy and without blame before him in love.
Right, and we do this why? Right now, indeed. Right? So we practice the law, statutes, and the commandments to the best of our abilities. Right? And most importantly is we have to have faith. Because faith works simultaneously with our deeds through this grace period. Go ahead, bro.
Having predestined us unto the adoption of children by Yahweh Shai HaMashiach to himself.
And another term for adoption means chosen. Right? If you go to an adoption agency, two parents are choosing a boy or girl till their liking. So we're chosen, Lord will, to be the elect, Lord will. Go ahead, bro.
If I can add,
Yeah.
when you go into the in Rome, you know, when you have the adoption in Rome, when you adopt someone, they made that person legally entitled to your inheritance. That's why Apostle Paul was using the terminology about adoption. You know, because you go into the history, you know, Julius Caesar adopted Augustus. That's why Augustus was heir to Julius Caesar's estate. You know, when Julius Caesar died. So the adoption concept, you know, was an analogy Apostle Paul was using on how the Heavenly Father did the Israelite foreigners. He adopted them back into those inheritances, man, by right. You know, and it says, having predestined us into the adoption of children by Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will.
According to the good pleasure of his will. Hey, Josh, what Jay-Z said back in the day, you was who you was before you got here. You was who you was before you got here. Go ahead,
Back in Romans 9, verse 11, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of Yahweh according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It is said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
Esau will serve the younger in the kingdom of heaven. And again, the younger are the Israelites, starting with the elect, but beginning with the 144,000. Go ahead.
Verse 13, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Okay, so the Most High loves Jacob. Okay, and Esau he hates. And there's nothing anyone can do about that. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 14, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with Yahweh? Yahweh forbid.
So, because it's his will, right?
Check out that tag say high level. What's the highest number of people according to Yahweh?
The Israelites.
And particularly the elect.
That's right.
Particularly the elect.
If you go into what? Galatians 6 and 16, the Israel of the Most High.
That's how you have, if I may say these words, you have, you remember that we are 99%, that little outrun they had back in 2012. Then they had like the local bankers actually looking down at them protesting, right? Remember those protests in 2012? And everybody was screaming, we are the 99%, right? But it was actual bankers looking at them protests. Well, within those bankers, there's an elite of the bankers, the 13 banking family.
That's right.
So within the high level nation, within the chosen nation, there's an elite amongst the chosen nation.
That's right, bro.
There's a chosen amongst the chosen.
That's right.
It's levels, man. And although we're a part of the chosen, that's amongst that chosen people.
Now, who's to say even if the presidents have even met these people?
Right.
This is so how level these people are.
If I may say this one more thing, right? Just to give context, the average Jake, the average archetype of a Jake, right, is basically a hood nigga. That's the average, like low level, right? But that archetype is honored worldwide. The average Jake, the way he dressed, the way he acted, it took drill rap and ran with it. It took Nike and Jordan. He even took Nike and Jordan and ran with it. How much more are they gonna envy the archetype of Yahushua? Because the elect, we're like a byproduct of Yahushua. So how much is Jake gonna be glorified and honored and imitated when he's in a righteous spirit, man? Low level Jake is honored in this world.
Hey, I show speed.
Yeah.
Me and Shaquan has this conversation all the time. I haven't seen this much pandemonium since Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Man, this nigga
He
goes,
global.
huh?
He's global.
Am I tripping? This nigga's bigger than Chris Brown. I don't even think he's bigger than Michael Jordan. I've never seen no shit like that, bro. This nigga can go throughout the United States and sell out, and then he goes overseas and sell out.
What was he doing before podcasting, you know?
Man, I don't know. Huh?
He started just doing street streaming.
Trash dumb shit, like nigga stuff himself in the balloon.
Yeah,
He just random dumb shit.
But that's a low level Jake.
a low level Jake.
No, that's it. Not being disrespectful. He's just a low level, like he just does backflips and he's charismatic.
Yeah, he go to these other countries like doing his Africa tour. He got these presidents honoring him.
Yeah.
You know, they have him sitting in seat and stuff like that.
But you know what too? And that's another way America utilizes what you call it, that Babylonian wine. They use like the rap musicians and also niggas like Speed to push that agenda as well.
Because I'm like, I show speed and just regular, everyday Jakes coming from the hood. The world envies Jake in prison. Like, these are prison Jakes. The inner cities in America are prisons for the northern and southern kingdom.
Let me tell you what Kevin Hart said about Castanet. He said that they have to have a $10 million budget to reach millions of people. These guys, meaning these podcasters, have $1,000 equipment and they're reaching millions of people.
Yeah.
This is the level these podcasters are on.
And these are just Jakes that came out of their mama's womb in the south side of some city.
In their basement.
In their basement. But they got their spirit,
That's
man.
right.
Those are princes, man.
And Esau uses Jake to push their agenda, right? Because I show Speed, he does like a lot of homosexual shit. You know? Hey, get Ecclesiastes 13 and 3.
No.
You have something?
I got two definitions of three definitions.
Go ahead.
The first one, it says the doctrine that the Most High has sovereignly chosen individuals for salvation and eternal life before creation, based on His purpose and grace, not human works, often linked to His foreknowledge and foreordaining all events especially through Hamashiach.
And that's humbling, and it's also merciful.
Yeah.
It's humbling because we didn't do anything to get us in this truth, and we didn't really do anything to keep us in the truth.
Yeah.
The longer you're in the truth, the longer you realize you're a puppet. Like, you're just here because the Most High wants you here. By the grace of Yahweh Bahashim Al-Shai. If you did righteous works, it's because He programmed your ass to be a righteous brother. All right, if you were wicked, He programmed your ass to be wicked. All right, so you're not that great of a brother, man. I hate to break it to you. You're not that great of a brother. But also, it's merciful because it said, before the foundation of the world, certain individuals were chosen to be the elect. So, man, if Yahweh comes, man, and I get delivered, I'm gonna cry, man. I ain't saying I'm just a wicked, horrible brother. But it's like, man, you know what I mean? He dealt with you like, bro, you gonna fucking, because you don't deserve it. You don't deserve coming to the truth. Like, why? Like, sometimes you ask, why me? You didn't even deserve to wake up. So Yahweh woke your ass up. Say it right now. The why Yahweh Bahashim Al-Shai. If your ass woke up if you're woke right now, say Yahweh, the why Yahweh Bahashim Al-Shai. Because we could have been these crazy motherfuckers out here, man. We in Jackson, Mississippi. Even niggas feel sorry for us. The rest of the cursed world, the rest of the curses feel sorry for us. Y'all from Jackson, shit, damn, my bad, man. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 31. He that is honored in poverty, how much more in riches?
Jake, you honored as a prisoner. Jake is honored as a prisoner.
Michael Jordan, LeBron James.
Yeah, if you came from the inner cities of America, America in general, and I need to cut your spirit, bro.
Yeah.
If you came from America, you're a fucking prisoner.
Yeah.
The way Jake dressed, the way Jake act, nigga, you are a prisoner. The cities are prisons for the 12 tribes of Israel. You're an impoverished inmate. All right? So, but guess what? Even in your prison sentence, you're honored. This how a nigga like finesse 2 times, he beating his chest, freestyling in prison, and niggas be watching that nigga.
Yeah.
That nigga was honored in prison.
And then he got finessed 2 times. Think about it. Like his contract, I think, what's the name of his record label? Bob Ties. They're getting 2. Look, he has to pay them twice. Now, if you're smart, what would you do? You will leave that brand finesse, change your name, and start all over. You got the momentum. That's what Prince did. But if he probably did, they'll kill his ass. So leave the brand finesse and just start your brand as Ricky. That's all you gotta do.
But just to make a quick point, he's a nigga. He's low level. He's low level. So we're hidden princes. We're hidden princes, man. So if they like the degenerate version of us, how much more will Yahweh Bahashim Al-Rashad say, these are my people?
Yeah.
When we will receive praise and fame in the land.
Yeah.
When Yahweh Bahashim, you see him coming to America the first one. Well, what's my man name? His father. Hakeem's father. King Toffee. All right. James Earl Jones, am I correct?
Yeah.
When James Earl Jones came to that bitch in America, but this ain't no servant, this is my son. So when Yahweh Shai comes to America, not come to America, when he raised us up, that's like James Earl Jones coming in as a king saying, nah, this not no fucking servant. Bow! This is my son! What's the Solomon 5? It's gonna be humbling, man. That's not no fucking nigga. That's not no fucking criminal. That's not no WLBT mugshot poster. That's my son. Bow. All right.
So when we think about how Esau uses that potion of Babylon, his military, democracy, Christianity, of course, Westernization, and also Jake's soul, Jake's spirit, to push that shit.
Come on, man. But even but no, you know what? Let the spirit speak. What have the scripture? Who's there reading?
I have one.
Who's there reading? Then you get yours.
And he that is dishonorable in riches, how much more in poverty?
Man, every other TikTok video is about small heads.
Yeah.
So you're dishonored now.
Yeah.
Nobody believes that you're a victim now.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, I was just watching that. I don't even know how to say his name. But the guy over the 1945 Germany event. The guy who led the reign, right?
Hitman.
Yeah, Hitman. The water, yeah, with the mustache. I was watching that documentary, like, yeah. Because you know what? You used to read about him as like, that's the bad guy. Now I watch him like, yeah, I feel this. You know, so, but guess what? I'm saying that because the worldwide victim has been exposed. And ironically, it's the worldwide victim that held 12 tribes as prisoners for the last 500 years. For the cargo transit of the global slave trade, there was small heads behind that, man. And we went from that to being actual birth certificate workers, man. Come on, man. And then they show you on your check stub how much they tax your black ass, man. Then you slaves be happy that you get a portion of your money back every year.
A portion of
Man.
If I can add, just to go to what you're saying, bro, because Esau got the fatness of the earth, and the only reason these nations fuck with Esau because you gotta go through him to prosper.
Deuteronomy 28 chapter.
Yeah, because this nigga got what you call, we went into last week, what you call gunboat politics.
Yeah.
These nations fuck with Esau because it's a little gun to their head. Like, all these different nations of the earth fuck with Esau because in order to do business, you gotta go through this man's banking system and you gotta deal with this man's military who fuck up. So like you said, this nigga is not honored in his wealth. You know, like they ain't fucking with him like in the kingdom, going back to King Solomon era.
It's forced.
Yeah, they travel willingly.
Yeah.
That's why I say Queen Sheba shall condemn, you know, this generation because she willingly travel all the way across what is modern day Saudi Arabia just to see King Solomon.
And you know what? She was a wise woman
Yeah.
because she knew what was valuable.
Yep.
She knew wisdom
Yep.
was valuable.
Yep.
Not wealth.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
She knew what to look for.
But with Esau, he got to pull up on them.
Yeah.
Because they really ain't fucking with that nigga.
Right.
Like the world really don't fuck with that nigga. They just got to. You like if you can be rich in oil like we're going to the resources, but in order to be able to prosper, you gotta fuck with the dollar. So you gotta fuck with this nigga, man.
It was like they say in the world, money doesn't unlame you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right,
money doesn't unlame you, man.
Right.
You know?
But like I say, like you made the point earlier, but a random Jake can just start singing on TikTok. You be homeless Jake.
Yep.
Get 10 million views.
That's right, bro.
No, that's real talk. Go ahead, bro.
This is the last definition. It says the divine, well, the last definition of predestination. It says the divine foreordaining of what will, of all that will happen, especially regarding to the salvation of some and not others.
You know? And I believe we get that first class salvation, meaning we don't have to die, man.
That's right.
But please go ahead, bro.
That's right.
But no, we don't have to die, man. But hey, you hold us something?
Bro, I got Job 19 and 23. It says, "Oh, that my words were now written. Oh, that they were printed in the book, and they were graven with an iron pen and lead in a rock forever. For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth."
Yeah, you talking about, can you read that again? I believe that's Job's reincarnation verse, right? So yeah, it's a lot. Go ahead.
It says, Job 19 and 23. It says, "Oh, that my words were now written. Oh, that they were printed in the book."
And that's the book. That's the irony in it. You're reading his words or it's printed in the book, man. All right? Go ahead.
It says that they were graven with an iron pen and laid in a rock forever.
Yep.
For I know that my Redeemer liveth.
Who's this Redeemer? Yahushua, man. And that's twofold, man. Because we've been spiritually redeemed by the word, but I wonder if we actually get delivered by Yahushua. We overcome this damn matrix. All right, go ahead.
And that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth.
Yep.
And even when you think about engravement, it doesn't fade away.
Yeah.
You know, if something is engraved, it's there forever.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Engrave something that's got no concrete and come back 200 years later. It's gonna be there. It may be smut and all that shit all over it, but at the end of the day, when you wipe it down clean, it's there.
Yep. And if you're engraved with the mark, the spiritual mark, you're the elect.
That's it.
That means that every generation, you're the elect. Somebody declared Wisdom of Solomon, every generation visited the holy souls. And every generation, you was basically the elect, man. It is that in that generation, it wasn't meant for you to get delivered. You know? But you, all right, go ahead, please.
And this is Ezekiel 9:4. And Yahweh said unto him, "Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark on the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof."
Yep, and that's us, man. See, we're not for the matrix. We're not for the world. We're against the world, man. And we're not caught up in the carnival. We're not caught up in the club, man. We're crying like, no, this is wickedness, man. All right, this is Sodom. We know through the Spirit, man, this is Sodom and Gomorrah. How often do you run into sodomites, man? Adulterers. How often do you run into all this wicked people, man? So we have the way you know, one of the ways you know you have a righteous spirit is if you're against Babylon, man.
One more for you.
No, you got it, bro.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 7:27. And being but one, she referring to wisdom, can do all things, and remaining in herself, she makes all things new. And in all ages, entering into holy spirits, she makes them friends of the Most High and prophets.
In all ages entering into Holy Spirits. That's why you had Seth, you had Abraham, Enoch, then you had Moses. You know, she kept cycling back into those Holy Spirits, man. That's why it tells you in Jude was the 7th verse, Jude, the 7th son of Adam, I'm sorry, Enoch, the 7th son of Adam prophesied of the return of Yahushua. Can you believe that? Before the flood, Enoch prophesied of the first death, man. Before before the flood.
So it's the same spirit.
It's the same spirit, man. So look, man, we're at that big event.
That's right.
We're at the big event that I was prophesizing of during the time of Adam. That big, hey, like the elder our woman in Birmingham, man. He said, when it first rained, all right, it's the reason why the raindrops when they hit the ground, they splash like a missile. You see, the way a missile hit the ground, it can usually that impact, that bezel, that ripple. If you look at a raindrop and it hits the ground, it's like a missile. He was like, that was a foreshadowing of that second death, man. Because the thing that's about to happen, all right, it's going to be so paramount. It's going to be so mass that although the earth isn't going to get destroyed, it's basically going to recreate history. It's going to recreate existence. So after America gets destroyed, and after World War III, there's going to be economic new heaven and a new earth. Because those missiles is going to knock the earth back to a refreshing. All right, then when the smoke clears, who do you have? You have the elected angels, man. All right, in the times to come, we will be preserved, man. In Jacob's trouble, all right, the Most High will have on us covered, man. Don't worry about that. That's why we holding on now, man. If you hold on now, your insurance will cover your ass. Your spiritual insurance will cover you, man.
It's the investment.
It's the investment, man.
This is Psalms 25:14 in the NLT. The Lord Yahweh is a friend to those who fear him. He teaches them his covenant.
You know, he's a friend to those who fear him. One example is Abraham. Our forefather Abraham. Then going down to really the hopeful elect. You know, but he taught Abraham. He told him, look, I have a covenant for you. I have a promise for you. Then King Mashah, he gave him a covenant, man. He gave it to his people, man. Because the covenant was a contract. You know, like even in this world, right? If you are the descendant of a billionaire, if you are a descendant of a prominent figure, right? A well-known trillionaire, billionaire, you have an inheritance, right? But there's stipulations you have to follow to receive that inheritance. There's a name for that. You can't just turn a certain age and now you have access to your father's money that they've amassed over decades or centuries, man. Trust me. Yeah, right. But it's stipulations you got to follow. So same thing with the covenant.
Yeah.
Those laws are really stipulations to follow to receive that promise, man.
The point they showed you that in Ghost. How when Ghost died, he had that trust fund set up for what's his name?
Tariq, they had to go to school.
Tariq. But Tariq had to go to school. He had to do certain things before he got the money.
Right.
And
That's right.
if he fucked up, he didn't get it.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
So same thing with us, man. See, everybody, they downplay Yahweh by Shai. And the Christians world downplay the laws, which the Christian Jakes don't know what the fuck they're talking about. That's why the Most High set up Drewski, man. He set up Drewski. I know y'all saw that skit.
Christian now?
Yeah, he was the mega church.
Yeah.
And he was like, hovering with the strings over the crowd. Because it's real life.
Yeah.
Before Jake came into the truth, Jake was going to those churches, man.
That's right.
And them niggas are just really good speakers.
That's it.
They're really good manipulative speakers. They know how to get your energy all up so you can feel good about giving them all that money. Jake's simple. Yeah, Jake's simple, man. You know?
That's right.
All right.
This is Proverbs 9 and 10. It says, the fear of the Lord Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom and the knowledge of the holy understanding.
Hey, and if I can say, that's why Jake, man, our people, 2/3 just do any and everything, man. Because they don't fear the Lord, because they really have no understanding of Yahweh outside, man. They don't understand that the Lord is a terrible power, man. The Lord will have you. That's why the scriptures go to fear not him who can destroy the body, but he who can destroy the body and soul into hell. Roughly paraphrasing, man. The Lord will have you in such a bad case, you would be a paraplegic in your right mind, but can't do shit but look around and not understand, man. But it's the Lord, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, why do you have about small shot? You can wipe your own behind, man. That's right, bro.
Yeah,
that's right. Get up and walk around. Sometimes you'll be vexed at your circumstances. Man, you can get up and walk around, man. You know, you in your right mind. You can articulate your thoughts. You know, yeah, good health. It's a blessing. It's a blessing, man.
If you can wake up and you got bodily function, breath in your lungs, you remember the name of the Most High. You know, so you instantly in prayer, you're grateful, you're thankful.
That's a gift
Yeah,
that not many have.
that's right.
Done.
And you better than a rich man who has millions of dollars but got kidney failure.
Right.
And miserable.
And that exists.
Yes, sir.
That exists. But you have to put yourself yourself. You can hold to the consideration of how healthy and wealth. Yeah, because that's something you should fight for in Babylon. We live in such a low grade kingdom. You got to fight for energy. You got to fight for a little testosterone. Fight for a little vitality. You got to fight to feel somewhat good, man. You got to fight to feel good. This kingdom is so low level that nothing invigorates you that comes from Esau. Everything that Esau gives you, it spikes your dopamine and your insulin. Then you're tired after that shit. So you got to go against the grain of his kingdom and have some type of feel good about yourself.
What the scripture say, the children of Israel eat their bread defiled?
Yeah. You know,
This is Sirach 18, verse 19 in the GMT. Know what you are talking about before you speak, and give attention to your health before you get sick. Examine your conscience before the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem El Shai judges you. Then when that time comes, he will forgive you. Humble yourself.
Hey, can you read that? Can I make a point? Go ahead.
Sirach 18, verse 19 in GMT. Know what you are talking about before you speak, and give attention to your health before you get sick.
So you get symptoms. You know, maybe your ears start throbbing, maybe you start coughing before you get sick. So give attention to your health. So the Most High gives you indication that you're about to get sick. So it's your responsibility to get the herbs and heal yourself.
and you know what? I've learned too. When you make little decisions, to go exercise one day. Sometimes you leave work, you don't feel like doing this shit. I speak for myself. If you push yourself to hit the gym, you push yourself to hit the park, that was your daily boost that kept you from being sick there.
And guess what? Satan doesn't want you to do anything that's beneficial.
He doesn't want you to do anything that's beneficial.
Now, if he got partying and drinking all day long, he'll make a way for you to do that shit. But when it's time to get up and go to the gym, you're too sleepy.
Yep.
Or you don't work enough when you're too tired. So this nigga's crazy, man.
Speaking of the man, if I may, the whole retirement concept. Like, my grandfather, he was having like strokes and stuff, right? But he had stopped working. Like, when he'd worked, I think my granddad like 87 or something like that. He stopped working. But when he started back getting up and moving around and went back to work, he had no problem.
See that?
That whole retirement thing, once you get to a certain age, you sit at home, stuff like that, your body ain't meant to just sit around and just not do nothing. And just, you just eat all day and watch TV and don't do anything.
That's trauma, bro. You mean to tell me if I stop working after 25 years, I'm gonna die?
But you know what happens? You know
That's trauma.
Yeah, you know why though? I speak as a man. You ever had about a week off from your job, then your body start hurting? Maybe 2 weeks, then you start hurting. Like you said, now your body's at rest, then the trauma sets in. You know what I mean? It's like you're in a fight, right? You don't feel pain when you're in the fight.
Yeah.
But the next day when your body is
So
back,
yeah.
now you feel the pain, yeah. So it's like,
Slave withdrawal.
yeah. we be, yeah, slave withdrawals, man. We be in a certain momentum that you don't even realize that you're doing too much until you settle down.
That's right, bro.
Because Esau, as it says, be not frantic amongst thy servants.
Yeah.
And Esau is frantic because he has all these quotas he has to reach. And these incentives, and that manifests in him working the hell out of you.
Right.
Then your stress level's high, your cortisol is high, your testosterone is dropping, your adrenal fatigue. You're not naturally sexually aroused anymore because Esau is killing your vitality. He's taking your, because what did Morpheus show Neo on the movie Matrix? He said we're going to turn everybody, the Matrix is set up to turn you to a Duracell battery. You got it, bro.
It says, my child, it says, know what you're talking about before you speak, and give attention to your health before you get sick. Examine your conscience before the Lord judges you. Then when that time comes, he will
You're about examining yourself. You know, basically to see if you're in the faith. That's how you examine your conscience. You know, are you acting accordingly to the scriptures to the best of your ability? Are you doing what you're supposed to do? Now, that's not to say you don't have mishaps, but still, you're supposed to give that self-respect in examining yourself. And examination goes into to be rigorous with it, man. So you're supposed to be harder on yourself, so others don't have to be so hard on you.
Examine yourself and you be in the faith.
Yeah,
You know your own self.
that's right. And I think, for example, in the Greek, it goes into like scrutinize. Scrutinize yourself.
It says, humble yourself before you are punished with sickness. When you have sin,
So when people get sick, hey, that's just a tool of the Most High to utilize judgment. Whether it's cancer, flu, okay, dementia, and so on and so forth. It's judgment, AIDS, you know.
Like that nigga Boosie years ago, when he bought the Most High by now, you know, he put things and such. And years later, what the Lord do? He struck him with kidney disease, with kidney cancer. And I think he has type 1 diabetes as well. But he was crying like not too long ago on live on social media about him like changing his health, his diet, things of that sort. You know, but you just talking all that shit, that cash money shit years ago,
Right, bro. And through the spirit, we said that shit was gonna come back. Nobody gets away, man. Nobody. As you was making points about how the prophet is prophesying Yahweh. This is on 2nd Ezra, chapter 7, and verse 28. For my son Yahweh Shai, and this is in the Apocrypha. Again, 2nd Ezra 7 and 28. For my son Yahweh Shai shall be revealed with those that be with him, and they that remain shall rejoice within 400 years. So Ezra was about 400 to 500 years before the birth of Yahweh Shai. Verse 29. After these years shall my son Mashiach die, and all men that have life. So over a process of time, we was going to have this truth, and then ultimately all of us was going to die off and come back around 1969 and re-inherit this truth, man. But the point is that Ezra was able to prophesy the incoming or the arrival of Yahushua via the Holy Spirit.
And that's just one prophet.
Just one
And
prophet.
because Yahushua was also mentioned in the law.
Hey, so one. What about Psalm 40 and 7? Lo, I come in the volume of the book.
Even Yahushua prophesied of his death from King David.
Yeah,
Dogs have encompassed me,
that's right.
you know.
That's right.
But also within the law, it tells you there's going to be one that comes from amongst the people.
That's right.
All right, and what did it say in Genesis 49? Until Shiloh comes,
That's right.
our teeth white with milk.
The gathering of the people.
The gathering of
That's
the people,
right.
man.
That's right.
So look, man, we've had great moments in history, and talking about Yahushua, that Yahushua came.
That's right.
He came, and now he went back to the spirit world. Now he's about to come again, and we're at that point of history. And his disciples that follow him, they're out here on the highways and the byways right now.
That's right, bro.
Certain men who actually walk amongst them, they're here now, man. All right, but also the naysayers. We're in the book of Acts. All right. Go ahead.
I want to read this on you. He said, this. How do I say it? But we're in now, it's just like the Matrix, and the design, the Matrix, the whole thing was to turn the human into a battery. So out of curiosity, I Googled. It says, what is the concept in the Matrix? Of the Matrix is designed to turn you into a battery in reality, like in today. I'm gonna read down on it a little bit. It says humanity has been enslaved by intelligence to serve as a biological power source. As I read, it says psychological and it says the illusion of choice. The Matrix is a prison for the mind designed to
choice. So your choices are nothing but an illusion. Meaning what? They are prescriptive before you. You know, they're already pre-selected.
Like your presidents.
Yeah. They just give you the choice of basically selecting who they already done picked for you.
So you want to rebel against the government? Because they know historically, all right, if we oppress the people, they're going to want to rebel.
That's right.
So let's give them the illusion of choice so they can feel like they have a say-so in the matter, right? Now you still got coons that think that voting matters.
That's your program.
That's your program already. Yeah. You know?
That's crazy.
You still got Jake to think voting matters. That's about Jake that I thought was on point. In other matters.
Keep doing what y'all doing, man.
All right, brother. All right, brother. All right, peace and blessings, bro.
Peace, Ken.
And a good example of the illusion of choice, like for example, like y'all said, it's already pre-selected. So I say, bro, you got two options. I write them down on here.
Yeah.
But I give you blank pages. So you can pick one or the other. The illusion of choice.
That's it.
Shit, I'm going with this one. He definitely got more options on it, but it's small. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. That's it.
And that's how Esau is the master manipulator. You know, we can go to Disney World or we can go to hell. I'm gonna give you two options.
But you don't have the option to stay.
But you don't have the option to stay.
It says pick a card in your car.
It says the Matrix is a prison for the mind, designed
Whoa. Hey, Revelation. In her was found the
Yeah.
souls of men.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's go, man. You know?
designed to keep humanity compliant and passive while their bodies are used, represent a metaphor for enslavement.
Because look, what do you have in every home? A TV, a smartphone. Then that smartphone, you have social media. You have just a whole plethora of different streaming networks, man. All right, your mind is really in prison, whether you realize it or not. All right, because when I first looked up the word entertainment in the etymology online years ago, it said to keep the mind contained. Entertainment really goes back to contain, to keep the mind contained. So if your mind is contained, it's really in prison. It's confined. It's within confinement.
And that's why on social media, that swipe up is endless. They call it doom scroll.
Yeah.
Because your mind gets
Yeah.
it gets contained.
You know?
Especially that dog on TikTok.
And then you go hours. It'll be hours before you come up out of that, man. You know?
It says simulation. It says simulation theory. It touches on a psychological question of whether our reality is a constructed simulation, which is a topic in future studies of simulation theory.
It is a constructed simulation in the sense that Esau created this false reality, man. You know? Esau created this false reality. You get up, you go to work, you know, you might go to so-called church, go to these bars, but it's all set up to make you forget the fact that you're a slave on these international bankers monopoly board, man.
That's it.
You're just here to give off your energy for 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day. Work 2 jobs, 3 jobs. You know? Pay child support, pay this, pay that. You know, you're a slave, man. But it goes back to the curses. Baruch 3, you'll be subject to what? Payments, man. Who are you paying? The elites.
It says the splendor of the mind. Morpheus describes the feeling that something is wrong with the world, which reflects the nagging, often subconscious awareness of the flaws in our social, economic, and technical structures. It says the world we perceive is not the true reality, but a simulated construct designed to mask the truth.
It's true because, well, it's what we speak about. How Shai's going to pierce that veil. He's going to get rid of that covering cast and covers the rest of the world, man. Because the whole world is under a spell. Any part of the world is really under westernization. You're under a spell, man. You know? All right? Yes, brother.
It's Isaiah 47:8 in NLT. Listen to this, you pleasure-loving kingdom, living at ease and feeling secure. You say, I am the only one, there is no other.
You start from the top of it.
Isaiah 47 verse 8, NLT. Listen to this, you pleasure-loving kingdom.
And you know what? Who's that pleasure-loving kingdom? All right? Because you wake up and you eat a whole breakfast, a whole standard American diet breakfast. You might wake up to a blunt. You might wake up to just sweets and juice and all that type of stuff, right? Drill music. All right? You wake up going through social media. Well, that's mental pleasure, mental stimulation. Okay? That's a pleasure-loving kingdom. You could go out to eat 3 times a day. You know what I mean? Go out to IHOP in the morning time or Denny's. Then in the afternoon, you can go to freaking go to Corral or some shit. Then at nighttime, you go to some night joint. There's some club, you eat food in the club, man. That's a pleasure-loving kingdom, man. Right? It reminds me of Pompeii. When you go to Pompeii, that little city that was built right by the volcano. That's what the name of it is. All right, you go into the city that was built right by the volcano. Basically, they had stores, but I believe on top of the stores was like hotels, you know. But they like basically fast food. That's what they got. Like Pompeii, man. Fast food and like little shopping plazas. Those at Pompeii, man. Like little mini Rome, man. Okay.
In ancient Rome, found out they had like a little gossip forum.
Yeah.
You know how you got this day inside social media gossip.
Yep. So we see like the image of the beast being played out right now. It's going back to that same image, that old image of the Western Roman Empire. You know,
The culture,
yeah,
the setting,
yeah, it's just a way of life. Man.
you know, the infrastructure, the money system.
Yeah.
So you gotta, in order to understand, in order to understand context, you gotta understand what viewpoint this is speaking from.
That's right, bro.
It's not speaking from a Western lens,
Right.
a Western perspective. It's speaking from an Eastern perspective, which is about modesty and moderation. So the prophet looked at America, all right, from an Eastern lens, and the Most High called America a pleasure-loving kingdom. Sex, food, you know, party, you know, it's a pleasure-loving kingdom. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 49 goes into about a wealthy nation and dwelling without care. You know, these people are totally complacent.
Yeah.
They don't never take into consideration what be happening in these so-called third world countries. That same type of hell, devastation, you know, poverty, all type of bloodshed can come to the doorsteps of America.
Just bombs dropping for no reason, man.
We're seeing the so-called chaos going on right now in Minnesota. You know, people rioting right now in the streets. You know. So it says again, listen to this, you pleasure-loving kingdom, living at ease and feeling secure. You say, I am the only one, and there is no other. I would never be a widow or lose my children. Well, both these things will come upon you in a moment, widowhood and the loss of your children. Yes, these calamities will come upon you despite all your witchcraft and magic.
For one, the military is going to die out. Your soldiers are going to die. You're going to get destroyed. See, you got to understand, man. America is a combination of all the wicked kingdoms put together. So the destruction of America is really going to represent the destruction of wicked rule, man. Esau is the embodiment of that final boss. He's the embodiment of that final wicked kingdom, man. All right? Yeah, man. It's going to be bad out here. But it's America's judgment, man. You know?
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 3, starting at verse 14, going to the veil. It says, but the people, this is in the NLT, but the people's minds were hardened. And to this day, whenever the old covenant is being read, the same veil covers their minds. So they cannot understand the truth. And this veil can be removed only by believing in Hamashiach. Verse 15, yes, even today, when they read Moses' writings, their hearts are covered with the veil, with that veil, and they do not understand. But whenever someone turns to the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, the veil is taken away.
Yeah, you can also get Isaiah, where it says, I will do away with that covering cast. See, Esau was a great wizard, and he enchanted the whole world through his sorceries, man. Manifested his philosophies, man. With his charm, man, his Satanism, man. People think Satanism is just wearing black, dressing gothic. So Satanism is a philosophy that allows you to just live after the flesh.
That's right.
Do as thou wilt, man.
All right. To back it all, 2 Corinthians 4:3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the power of this world, or the God of this world, has blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto him.
So we know this whole real fight and the real scheme is for the elites, the elites of Edom, to blind the 12 tribes of who they are. We know that millions and millions of dollars were spent to keep the 12 tribes blinded from their true identity, to the point where even Israelite leaders were paid off to blind actual Israelites from their actual identity. Who got mocked for going to Los Lunas, New Mexico, and showing the name of Yahweh by Hashemel shine a stone? So who got mocked for that, man? Elder Kazak?
Yeah.
You and Elder Kazak?
That's right.
Them niggas, Nate, no. They actually went down. I don't know if they went there. No, they went somewhere else.
Yeah, it was somewhere else.
To the woods and carved the name and said, see? So what possessed you to do that to mock them? You niggas are set up. Well, yeah, but the elites. You niggas are set up to take the validity of this truth away, man.
That's right.
You're like a bait and switch, like, yeah, you're an Israelite,
But then when you bring the people to you, you take their identity away from them.
That's right.
You know? And I heard Elder Pastor Hart say that Ephraimite those would have left because those different Israelite camps, they're racist towards Northern Kingdom.
I can see that. I can see
That's
that.
word of Elder Pastor Hart, but
Yeah.
they're racist towards the Northern Kingdom, man. All right.
And just to back the ball up too, even when you think about that veil, the glorious light of the Most High can penetrate through that veil. Because when you look up that term veil, it goes into from a metaphorical standpoint of that which prevents a thing from being understood. And that thing is the truth. So the light of the Most High, the light of the Hamshah, give us enlightenment. That way we can see through the veil. The veil is burned off.
Yep. And that veil was set up, elites used that veil to blind the world from who the true biblical Israelites are. That's why they planted themselves as Israelites.
Yeah.
Now, me and a couple elders in the camp, we went to a museum in Memphis. And it was a two-part museum. The first part was about Moab and their history, their sculptures and their architecture, right? Then there was another segment going to the small heads. They didn't have shit. I'm like, why don't they have any relevance of their history? You know why? Because they had no history. You had no history as being a true biblical Israelites, man. All right? You're fabricated and you're petty. That's why we call you 1948ers. All right? And at one particular time, you heard that book, Who Was Esau Edom, right? And I don't know, it was like 5 years ago, 6, 7 years ago, the book was going for $2,000. It went from being like a $30 book to a $2,000 book, man. What was Esau making an effort to hide?
That's right. His identity.
The true veil has been spent, it's been billions of dollars pushed. The true veil was for you not to know who an Edomite was, and you not know who you are.
That's how we know through the Spirit. That's the God of this world. Because what other nation did they or partaking to going that hard in funding a movement right here?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
They look at you see Esau, he's losing the narrative within these latter times. What he's doing, he's going to these sellout Israelite camps to get them further to sell out, man.
That's it.
You know, you don't see Elam doing that or Moab,
Right.
Ishmael. You don't see Esau Edom. That shows you right there again through the Spirit. There's the God of this world.
And the internet is fucking y'all up, man. Because knowledge has increased. You got the prophets and then the whistleblowers and so on and so forth. So you have to make a move. Because even bread and circuses is no longer working. Everybody knows it's rigged. People watch it for pastime, but at the end of the day, they're not consumed in it because they know something else is coming. They're waking up. People are waking up.
And it's 2 Peter 1:19, NLT. It says, because of the experience, we have seen greater confidence in the message proclaimed by the prophets. You must pay close attention to what they wrote, for their words were like a lamp shining in a dark place.
See, and one time it was our minds and the world, right? But through the enlightenment of Yahushua, our minds have been enlightened, right? So we see. So we're no longer prisoners, going into the matrix. We understand what the matrix truly is. But most importantly, this word, it has been broadcasted throughout the four corners of the world, and that's the enlightenment of the world. Because you got the prophets. So the world has been enlightened as well as our minds.
And the key word in enlightenment is light.
And they start. How shot.
It's called out of darkness to its marvelous light.
Yeah.
So you see, pursuant to Jeremiah 4th chapter, he said, break up that fallow ground. What's that fallow ground? Your mind, that clouded mind.
Yeah.
After westernization, pretty much after this whole image of the beast system, And it says, you must pay close attention to what they wrote, for their words are like a lamp shining in a dark place until the day dawns.
And the world is a dark place, right? Before the prophets, the world was a dark place. And for some, the world is still dark. But you still have the prophets out here shining the light of Yahushua, so there's no excuses. Right? If you go past the camps, if you don't understand this is the light, you still going to be judged. Because you have made contact either by the internet or passing by. So that makes you what? A witness. And now you're marked with death.
No, so we're like likened unto that light on the city of the hill, paraphrase in the book of Matthew.
Yeah, and you're no longer like a child. See, once you hear this word, prior to hearing the word, you were ignorant and you were like a child. You were blameless. You didn't know better. A child doesn't know better.
Yeah.
But when you hear this word, and you're taught that you're a true biblical Israelite, and you're supposed to keep the laws, confess the name of Yahweh, Bahashim Hawashai. If you abhor that, if you despise that, now you're an adult. Now you're about to get tried like an adult, man.
You become a sexual after the fact. You know?
Yeah.
They get it worse.
And we see a lot of you niggas, man, over the years, especially when we first started, right? Jim would come up to the camp, he'll be intrigued, and guess who pull him away? This woman, man. Women don't like this truth because it puts them in their place. See, a woman is so tempted by Satan because Satan told her, you can rule with me. You see?
And you can roll with me.
You can roll with me because it is true. Eve is not a queen. You know, she's not a goddess, none of that. But outside this truth, you can subscribe to Satanism and you'll be perceived as a queen in hell, the queen of the damned. But you'll still be a queen. All right, go ahead.
You got those two concepts going against each other, like Easternized,
Yeah.
you got Westernized. You know what I'm saying?
The Eastern world tells you to cover your butt up. The Western world says you put them titties out. You know? The Eastern
Twerk something,
yeah, twerks up.
Let me see it.
Hyper ass up. The Eastern world teaches you moderation. The Western world teaches you indulgence. Let's go, bro.
Hey, this is Ecclesiasticus 26:6. But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman.
Yeah, and it's true.
Yes.
It's like this woman, this wisdom is like it to another woman. You see, the more time you be around brothers, so you do study time to yourself, you try to do videos, that woman on the side, she get jealous about it. Because you're not putting more time into her, but instead of the word,
Yeah, I done
it's
lost
just another woman.
I done lost mad carnal bitches over this thing, man. And it's okay.
That's how you know everything is spiritual, man.
It's okay.
You'll be laying with your real, right?
Yeah,
And you might want to read some scriptures in your phone
yeah.
before you go to sleep. Guess who want to cuddle all of a sudden?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Try to put something in your mouth, man.
Yeah. I didn't even say that.
Try to breastfeed you.
Try to breastfeed me,
Hey,
man.
glass.
Hey, or you know what I'm saying? Hey, or days, the time of fellowship, she gets upset. Camp day, she gets upset. Or the bros going on a trip and having church business, she gets upset.
We battle not against flesh and blood.
Hey, are you gay?
Yeah.
You gay, right?
Yep. But you know, she's Joel's wife for you, man.
Yeah.
Joel's wife was the brothers always going to it. The reason why she didn't die, she was set up to be that integrity tester, that antagonist, man.
That's right, bro. You mean a whole family got murked out,
Yeah.
and this motherfucker walking around cursed the Most High God.
Yeah. That's Eve for your ass.
That's right, man. So Ecclesiasticus 26 and 20, verse 6. But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, and it scores of the tongue which communicates with all. But the point is how the carnal woman will become extremely jealous of the spiritual woman if you're doing what's pleasing to the Most High.
And if
Hey, can I say something else? Well, let's just say if you're doing more for your carnal woman, the Most High gonna get jealous. You see what I'm saying? It works two ways. That's all.
And that's if you the elect. If you the elect, you know, he gonna do you dirty
Yeah.
and keep your ass alive. He gonna take that toy from you. I gave you this little toy to play with, man. All right, we'll balance you out. You done got so caught up in the toy that you ain't coming to camp. But if you the elect, he gonna snatch that toy from your ass, man. You know? But if you're not the elect, you know, he gonna snatch your ass and, you know, instead of snatching the toy, he gonna snatch you.
What's that old saying? What you don't want to sacrifice, he's going to become the sacrifice, you know? And so I'm going to let you get yours.
This is 1 Corinthians 13:11. It says, when I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. Though I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things.
America was a childish thing. The westernized way, Esau's way, was a childish thing. All right? Putting all our energy into carnality was a childish thing. Putting all our energy into our hairline, our degrees, our Jordans. Those are the Roman Jordans. Our women. The future. The future.
That's right.
Because I know it's holidays.
Yeah.
I look at these couples online, they have matching outfits for their Christmas holiday.
And you 36 years old. With a dad by.
But then you fuck around and wind up on Twisted Crime. Because what happens, hey, she don't murk him, he don't murk her.
Yep.
But the image of your videos on Instagram, Facebook, so on and so forth. Y'all just this perfect happy couple. And meanwhile, when the camera goes off, real life sets in. Y'all hate each other.
Hey, look, man, that's fake as fuck, man. Because the scripture says, King Solomon said, one of the things that he didn't understand was the way between a man and his mate. So you're not supposed to put your personal business with your woman on social media, man.
That's right.
You know, and couples, they be doing all type of little skits, bedroom skits,
dancing
skits. Man, we not supposed to know how you and your woman get down, man. All right?
Like you said, it'll be on same couples be on the homicide shows, man.
I'm telling you, bro. How many
I watch
real
the
things,
shows,
bro?
man.
Man, what?
But that's some look at me shit. Show and tell shit, man. Hey, read that again, brother.
This is 1 Corinthians 13:11. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child.
Growing up eating junk food all damn day. I mean, I'm talking about myself, man. You gonna eat junk food all day, Skittles, Starburst, because you went for the pleasure.
Them Skittles are good.
Yeah, tropical flavors and shit.
Wild berry too.
Man.
Purple pack, man.
But you know, hey, you see that shit? But you know, Esau, when we reminiscing on his fucking drugs.
Yeah.
We reminiscing, because you know, one second, brother. Because look, what is the candy flavor imitating?
I was just thinking about it. I was saying the fruit.
Yeah.
Damn, that's right. The fruit. Yeah.
That's what I was just, you said that a long time ago.
Yeah. No, you're right. To the spirit. You're right, man.
That's right.
Fuck that shit, man. All right? When I was a child, I thought as a child. A child just want pleasure and don't think about the outcome.
Sure,
Now we understand, man, this should have given me diabetes.
that's right.
You know what I mean? This should have given, this one got my insulin fucked up. This one got my fucking feet tingling and shit. This got me waking up, my heart beating crazy and shit. This one got me having all type of fat all over my body, man. Not full of silvers and shit. And you black mothers, man, y'all polluted our race with that shit. Baby ain't got no teeth in the mouth and you feeding it poison, man.
That's right.
But you trust the oppression. But the point is, man, that's another thing, man. It's those the fruit was the candy.
That's right.
God damn it.
That's right.
And before the flood, the fruit was the main meal.
That's right.
Now the earth is too fucked up to sustain itself off fruit now.
Yeah, that's right.
But Esau's demonic ass shit replaces nature.
That's right.
You see?
Yeah.
And once you detox from that damn sugar, nothing tastes better than fruit in season.
That's right.
You know, nothing tastes better than look up the benefits of berries. Babakasha, other bug. Can you look up the benefits of berries, man?
Antioxidants and all that.
And berries contain something called an anthocyanin. Anthocyanin is all that. Anthocyanin is responsible for those shiny colors that a lot of fruit has, like an eggplant or the blackberry, the red, they're shiny.
That's why they shine like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But look up the benefits of an anthocyanin, man. See, when we become an adult, it started with the apostles and great millstones.
And there's a point. That's why Esau be putting wax on apples. His fake
Yeah.
apples, he puts wax on them. Get that shine and shit.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, man.
Dang.
And I heard this stuff be sprinkled on and lower testosterone, man. Bitch. But you know what? You want everybody to be pussy, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have half the testosterone they had like 50 years ago. All of our daddies are stronger than us when they was their age. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
You know what I mean? You gotta work out just so you won't shape like a bitch. You gotta hit the gym so you won't look like a bitch, man, like a woman.
You're losing.
You know? 2 weeks away from the gym, you look like a female, man.
That's right, bro.
Because of this damn man, because our bodies reacting to the poison this nigga gave us, man. All right? And when you find out what's slowing your body down, you stop eating that shit, man. All right, go ahead.
I got both of them for you. You want the benefits of berry or the benefits of
You get berries first.
This is the benefits of berries. It says berries
okay.
are packed. Berries are packed with antioxidants,
Antioxidants.
fiber,
Yep.
vitamins like C and K,
Because
and minerals.
see, berries, they have fructose in it too, but the fiber keeps it from going in your bloodstream so fast. So it slows, like if you drink a fucking juice, right, you just rushing that sugar down your body, and it could overspike your insulin and shit right there, right? Well, that fiber, it slowly goes into your cells. You see? That's why even like if you're keto, it's still safe to eat berries. You see? Another child. Another fucking child. Yeah.
It says in minerals, offering benefits. It says the minerals offering benefits for heart health, lowering blood sugar and cholesterol, blood pressure and cholesterol, brain function,
Brain
memory.
function. You ever ate berries before you went to sleep? You would have the most sharpest, vivid dream. Eat some raspberries before you go to sleep, man. That's why all the berries shaped like brains. That's how Yahweh Bahashim Shai does it. I have been studying that. That's why all the berries they shape like brains for brain health. You see? You know? Yeah.
It says the digestion, which is fiber.
Now, can Skittles do all that shit? Minerals, polyphenols, antioxidants, which brush up those free radicals, man. All right, can Starburst do that shit? Your child has been eating fruit, man, but the demonic ass black women, man, feed the child poison. Go ahead.
It says an immune support while helping manage blood sugar, reduce inflammation.
Now, can Kool-Aid do that? And we were so fucking low level that you didn't even eat the Kool-Aid as drink. We just mixed that bitch with sugar and put it in a Ziploc bag, man. Come on, man. Y'all remember that shit? Oh, y'all didn't do that?
Fingers be red as hell.
And we used to have the little freeze cups. And I take the ice, they call it iceberg in Jackson. But you take the Kool-Aid, you put it in a styrofoam cup, right? And freeze it. Yeah. And you'll flip it upside down because the bottom, the sugar sinks to the bottom. Flip it up. Come on, man.
Yeah, another motherfucker, that Country Town lemonade.
Oh yeah, that good as shit. Man.
God damn.
But this nigga cook this shit up in the laboratory. This is pre-planned. What about thinking about like fruit like that unless you grew up in the country? All right, go ahead.
It says reduce inflammation and potentially lower cancer risk. Their low calorie, high nutrients profile makes them great for weight management and as a healthier snack alternative, especially fresh or frozen.
And this nigga put what do you call it? Pesticides over the fruit, man. All right, now you get the benefits of anthocyanins because berries contain anthocyanins. And that's a very important element.
This is the benefits of anthocyanin.
Yeah, anthocyanin.
It says anthocyanins, the pigments giving red, blue, and purple hubs to plants, offer major benefits like powerful like
purple potato, eggplant, berries, those sharp colors, red, purple, blue, black.
It says offering major benefits like powerful antioxidants and anti-inflammatory effects, protecting against cell damage, aging, and chronic disease. They support heart health, lowering blood pressure, improving vessels, boost brain function, cognitive and memory, protect vision, help manage diabetes, possess anti-cancer properties, aid muscle recovery, and improve.
All that shit from berries.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
God.
Little berries.
Little berries.
Yep.
It says they improve gut health.
Yep. So, but guess what? Esau will overly stimulate your ass with that lab food that you will walk past them berries, man. Every time. And then when you buy the berries, you're really supposed to soak them in baking soda, vinegar, to get those chemicals off of it, man. If it ain't organic, you know. So this man's a fucking devil.
So you got 3 pigments. Like you said, anthocyanins.
Yeah.
You got little carotenoids.
Yep.
You get a color like yellow, red, orange.
And it's good for the eyes, right?
Yeah. You got the chlorophyll, which is the green.
Oh,
All
yeah.
those are key pigments that the Most High created, man. Fruits and vegetables.
It's color coded.
Yeah, everything color-coded.
Not so for you.
All
This is Genesis 1:29. And the Most High said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is on the face of all the earth, and every tree in thee, which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed.
Now, in the beginning, before the flood, that was our main diet. It was our diet.
Right.
And after the flood, we were permitted to eat meat.
That's it.
Now, fast forward to European colonization, this man fucked up the soil so bad that the earth was just polluted.
That's it.
So a lot of the, if we try to eat the very atom type way, it won't be sustainable for most of us because there's no nutrients in the soil.
Yeah.
Even and the apostles get into like the wheat, right? And Dr. Bobby Price was like, the wheat that we eat, it's not the same wheat that we used to eat.
Right.
Because Esau messed that up. That's why if you take bread out your diet, your head is clearer, you feel lighter. You know what I mean? This man messed everything up. So it's no really righteous food. It's just the best of the worst. This is the best of the worst. But that's why I said in the beginning to the spirit, this kingdom is at a very low vibration. You know, like I said, the earth is supposed to empower you, man. All right, go ahead, brother.
This is Ecclesiasticus of the book of Sirach, 36, it's like in 30, 38 and 4. It says, the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai has created medicines out of the earth.
Yeah, because, hey, what does it say in Wisdom of Solomon 7? One of my go-tos, the virtues of roots. Now, everybody want to know what makes them ride harder outside of Viagra. And then what's the first thing they get into? Ginseng, Panax ginseng, red ginseng, maca roots, ashwagandha roots. The roots are powerful, man. All right? But the Wisdom of Solomon, our forefather, King Solomon went into it, the virtues of roots. And that was 3,000 years ago, man. The powers of roots, man. All right? And it's not just about your ride, man. All right? Just your health in general, man. Those roots.
Yeah, but if you healthy in general, your shit won't come up either.
Because sexual health is a byproduct of physical
That's
health.
right. That's right, bro.
You know? All right.
He that is wise will not abhor them.
He that is wise will not abhor them, man. Especially if you got your routine where you're taking it every day. Or, hey, that cardio is very important.
That's right.
You know, working out, maybe doing some treadmilling, anything to keep your heart pumping like that, to get that blood going all throughout your body. Because everybody chasing the erection, but it's really going back to blood circulation. And nitric oxide. Hey, King Solomon, I'm talking too much. Get your scripture. I'm about to show you. And you can get Wisdom of Solomon 7. What Wisdom of Solomon 7, about the shop. Hey, because Esau want to be credit for he want to have credit for the scientists, the chemists. Fuck, who's the real scientists, man? And then, yeah, those are the scientists, man. Those are the architects, man. What did King Solomon learn? The operation of the elements. And I was just thinking about nitric oxide and I looked it up. It's a combination of nitrogen and oxygen, right? So the food that we eat that stimulates you, for example, it has L-arginine in it, like meat has L-arginine. Nuts have L-arginine. What is L-arginine? It's an amino acid that releases that nitric oxide. What is nitric oxide? It's a combination of the elements, nitrogen and oxygen. But it's a gas. And when we was in boarding at school, it taught us water, what's it, solid, liquid, and gas, right? But what the fuck is a gas really? It's an air gas. The most important element is oxygen. It's more important than water. Because you can go a couple of days without drinking, but how long can you go without breathing? But one of the most valued elements in the universe is oxygen. What is oxygen? It's an air gas. So if you really want to amplify your circulatory system, you really increase your oxygen intake. So when you run it, you breathe it through your nose and out your mouth, man, you pumping oxygen in you. You know what I mean? But something more, I was just thinking about this, man. A lot of that stuff go back to oxygen, bro. L-arginine release that nitric oxide, which really basically is air gas in your blood circulation, man, which stimulate that blood flow. Keep going. What does that do? It releases oxygen.
That's why when people get those liquid IVs.
Yeah.
They get restored and rejuvenated like that.
Because it has all the electrolytes in it too.
The more your body oxygenated, the more alkaline you are.
Wow.
It kills cancer cells. Like even like water, real water, before Esau started messing with it, that can cure cancer.
It's power in that oxygen. Hey, but you
said this was Solomon.
Yeah, I think we're 22. Those are the virtues of plants. See, this so-called black man was put on this knowledge by Yahweh Shai. And the reason why King Solomon possessed so much wisdom, because he was wisdom. He was Yahweh Shai. Yeah, so when it comes to the branches of science, that's for the Israelites. Like for you fucking devils, man. Y'all was base men. We thought y'all was base men. Israelites constructed languages. The first language was Hebrew. Israelites, because when we were the sons of God, we had all this understanding. People think that civilization is distinct from Yahweh Basham Shai. You got the concept of God, do you have intelligence? The closer you are to the Most High, the more of intelligent you'll be. So when we was close to the Most High during the time of Adam, we were a world power as the sons of the Most High. We had the branches of wisdom, man. You see? And we're going to get that in the kingdom. We're going to have that infinite wisdom. Esau make you think intelligence is separate from God. Like, if you believe in God, you're kind of simple. But the scientists got all the knowledge over here. Science. No, real science is the knowledge of the Most High. You got a piece right now.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, and verse 20. It says the natures of living creatures and the
because if you go up some verses, it tell you all the things that wisdom taught you. Yeah, you can start at the part where it said he gave me knowledge of certain things. You start at 17. Yeah, read that.
God, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, starting at verse 17. For he had given me a certain knowledge of the things that are namely, to know how the world was made and the operation of the elements.
So King Solomon understood from the beginning how the angels brought the elements together and created the earth. All right, go ahead.
Verse 18. The beginning and the ending and the midst of the times, the alterations.
The beginning and the end.
So Most High showed King Solomon the end. You know?
That's why he was writing all things vain. He had to die. The alterations of the turning of the sun and the change of the seasons, the circuits of years and positions of stars. Verse 20, the natures of the living creatures and the furs of wild beasts, the violence of winds,
Furies of wild beasts.
Furies. It says, I'm gonna start at verse 20 again. It says the natures of living creatures and the furies of wild beasts, the violence of winds, and the reasonings of men. The diversities of plants.
The diversities of plants. Botany. Before the bankers took over, everybody subscribed to botany. You restored your health through botany, which goes into the diversities of plants. The plants are not just here for beauty, man. All things have their uses, man. So once again, after Adam, you couldn't just get restored off food. So you also got restored off those plants, man. So that's why the physician was so well beloved, because he had an understanding of the diversities of plants. All right, go ahead.
It says, and the virtues of roots.
The virtues of roots. And certain translations, it might be Good News translation, it says, in the healing powers of roots. See? So this is what you're supposed to grow up learning, aside from the laws, statutes, and commandments. But if you understand, the laws is just a means of obedience. Obedience is the key to infinite wisdom. It's a key to superpower, man. World power, I mean.
All right. Real quick, Mr. Point. This is Genesis 3:17. And unto Adam he said, because you have listened unto the voice of your wife and have eaten of the tree of which I commanded you, saying you shall not eat of it, curses are grown for your sake, and sorrow shall you eat of it all the days of your life. Because you're going to have to work for it, right?
Into the land.
That's right, bro. Verse 18. Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to you, and you shall eat the herb of the field, because we're going to the sea.
Yep. That's a beautiful point. Wow, man. Because prior to that disobedience, you didn't eat no herbs, man.
That's right, bro.
That's the original fruit. Man, our original food, man.
Healing.
It was healing.
Right.
And I'm not trying, I'm not making an effort to get all deep. But I've been thinking about Dr. Sabi, and he'll go into like the fruit. And I was just thinking, carbohydrates, all fruit, are basically carbohydrates, right? Well, I looked up carbohydrates. It's a combination of 3 different elements in the periodic table. Just bear with me. Carbs, hydrogen, and oxygen. So most fruit in the wild, they have carbohydrates. Those are energy sources. Carbs, hydrogen and oxygen. It was and that's what your body used. But now Esau polluted carbohydrates. So the carbohydrates that he made, like the bread and the pasta and all that shit, it turns into glucose when you ingest it. And then that's what throws your insulin off. Because glucose is basically sugar, bro. So in Esau's world, carbohydrates through his food, it basically causes diabetes.
And the higher your insulin is, that's when you start storing your body fat.
Yep.
Start getting the stomach.
Yep.
And the
Because the body stores a certain amount of energy, assuming that you're going to burn it off within that day or the next day.
right.
But if you don't burn it off, your body says, well, let's just store it. Because your body is highly intelligent, created by Yahweh Bahasham Shai. But because you live in a sedentary kingdom, you never burn off the stored energy. You never burn off the fat. So, yep. Go ahead, bro.
Now it's to make the situation even worse. You got Jake there eating real late at nighttime.
Yeah.
12, 1 o'clock or after hours like that. And they'll just sleep on it.
Hamburgers.
That's why the apostles always get into intermittent fasting, because in this kingdom, you want to have a good digestive window to actually burn that stuff off, man.
Right.
You know?
It's the book of Psalm. Yes, I'm It's Psalm 103 and 2. It says, bless the Lord. What's the what? Bless the Lord, Yahweh Bahasham Shah, my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, Yahweh Bahasham Shah, my soul, and forget not all his benefits, who forgiveth all thy iniquities, and who healeth all thy diseases.
Who healeth all thy diseases, man. Because that's mercy too. The Most High kicked us out of paradise, and now the body gets sick, but he still had remedies in nature. So even though we're under the curse of Adam, the curse of Deuteronomy 28, he still gives us a way out of the temptation.
And that's why when you take the herbs, you're supposed to pray before you take it.
Yep.
And in the midst of it, because ultimately healing comes through that process, man.
Hey, will you hold something else, bro?
I had that.
Before you get that, well, you can get that, but I also want you to get Sirach 38. Under the position.
And this is Mark chapter 16 and verse 18, Yahushua speaking. They shall take up serpents. Well, you know what? Let me just start at verse 15. Mark 16 and 15. And he said unto them, go you into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved, but he that believes not shall be damned. And these are Israelites only. Okay, the Israelites are going to be saved, or basically the elect. And the non-Israelites will not believe this truth, although they heard this truth. Verse 17. And these signs shall follow them that believe. In my name shall they cast out devils. They shall speak with new tongues. Verse 18. And they shall take up serpents. And if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover. And the reason why I brought that up, because all we do is eat and drink deadly things. So it's the will of the Most High we still alive.
Because it's ultimately not the herbs.
That's,
Ultimately, I mean, the herbs are like a medium. But ultimately, it's Yahweh Bahasham Shai.
yeah.
But it's Yahweh Bahasham Shai that gave us the herbs, man. You know? And we're going to get raised up and have spiritual power. So we're going to literally tread upon serpents, man. And be ready for that.
Yeah.
Hey, man, when we dipped off, man, and we're in our different designated places, designated for us by Yahweh Bahasham Shai, be ready to be like, oh shit, I can fly. And it's gonna feel second nature. I speak as a man. Let me stop saying that. We were doing it before. Yeah, but I believe it's gonna feel like it's second nature, man. Right, go ahead, bro.
And this is Wisdom of Solomon, 16 verse 11 to 12. For they were pricked that they should not remember thy words, and were quickly saved, that not falling into deep forgetfulness, they might be continually mindful of thy goodness. For it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but thy word, O Yahweh Bahasham Shai, which healeth all things.
And Yahushua is the word, right? So Yahushua does all the mediation for the elect. He's our, what they call it, intercessor, right? So of course this is the protocol. Yes, we use the herbs, but we know as we're using the herbs, we have to pray for Yahweh. We have to pray to Yahweh Bahasham Shai for that healing.
His second coming, pursuant to Malachi the 4th chapter, where it says he's gonna come with healing in his wings.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
that's
those
what we're looking
bodies.
forward to, man.
Yeah, and it's look, man, the spiritual power on this side, that's just a standard that's gonna be lifted.
Yeah.
But their real miracle is uprooting the kingdom of Edom.
That's right.
Because did it not say the physician can't cut off a long disease? And what was that long disease? Esau.
That's right.
So this man in power has been a long disease to existence, man.
And also, he's supposed just to back you up and then to shed these weak ass bodies.
Yeah.
These sickly, infested, demonic bodies.
Because they're easily inhabitable by demons.
That's right, bro.
These bodies are easily possessed and inhabitable by demons. That's why you always have more negative than positive when it comes to your body. And even if your thoughts not negative, your body is doing something negative.
That's right. Vice versa.
Yeah. So like you can work out, exercise, but then another problem comes up. You can take the herbs bliss, then another problem comes up, man.
You like, dog, god damn.
I'll tell everybody about this like not too long ago. It's like the older Jake in the world. If you notice, if they in their right mind, their body weak, or they sickly. Or if they, they have a right mindset, then they, it's vice versa.
Your mind is weak.
Yeah, their mind is weak, man.
Yep. You know, and a lot of just off the little knowledge that I've read on this, a lot of Jakes got poor blood circulation when they get older. It's like the arteries get weak because they saying dementia really comes from a lack of oxygen in your blood. It really comes from poor blood circulation. And like they said, the number one herb for dementia is ginkgo. And what does ginkgo do? It releases that oxygen in your blood. Lion's mane. So fasting. Because when you get older, apparently, your circulation gets weak. Shalom. Apparently, your circulation gets weak. You know. Wait. Sirach 38.
This is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiastes chapter 38, verse 1. Honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the usage which ye have made of him.
And what does that word physician go back to? Nature? Physical, yeah, I think in the etymology.
And what's the honor that he beholds? Like, you supposed to go to him because he's supposed to heal you.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to a car salesman for a car.
Yep.
If you're going to a barber to get your hair cut. So if you're going to a physician, you want to be whole.
Yep.
And Gad, so-called Native
That's
Americans,
a spirit.
they honor the medicine man.
And Gad himself had the knowledge of nature, man. Yeah, a lot of herbs that the standard herbalists practice, they got it from Gad. When Esau came to the Americas, most of them died. Half of them died.
Yeah.
But it was Gad that taught Esau how to restore himself through the herbs. Because for one, Gad is an Israelite, so Israel always had the knowledge of the herbs. But secondly, Gad watched the animals. Gad studied the herbs the animals used to restore their health, man. So a lot of herbs that you see in ancient, in American tradition, it goes back to Gad and Reuben, man. All right? All right, go ahead.
And this is 1 Timothy 4:8. For bodily exercise profits little, but godliness is profitable unto all things, having promise of the life that now is and of that which is to come. And the reason why I brought that precept out, think about these old Jasons of porn. We talk about this all the time. Out there in New York doing calisthenics, they 60, they 50 years old, they 70, but they look good. Low body fat and things of that nature. So basically, exercise does wonders for the body, but it does nothing for the spirit. But at the same time frame, we need exercise for that mind, body, soul connection.
Now, I'm just gonna say, exercising doesn't get us in the kingdom of heaven, but man, it's therapeutic, man.
It's your spirit.
Yeah, it's Jake always talking about anxiety. That's the new trending little disease now, for lack of better words. Anxiety, my anxiety.
Yeah.
Exercise, man.
Right.
Depression, anxiety, and then you combine that with herbs like St. John's wort, passion flower, kava. You combine that with like being in nature, exercising.
Hey, Zaquan, when you think about Yahweh Shah in Isaiah, the 53rd chapter, it tells you that he was stricken with grief. When you look up that term stricken with grief in the Hebrew, it goes into depressed mood and anxiety. So Yahweh Shah had those symptoms as well.
And then I also believe through the spirit, something bad is about to happen, and that's why people are having anxiety too.
Yeah.
I speak as a man, but something that global, we know through prophecy, it's going to be global atrocities about to happen, and I believe that's why people are always talking about anxiety now.
But it's nothing but a spirit. When you think about emotions, there are nothing but spirits on you. Depressed mood, frustration, anxious behavior, all of that is nothing but spirits on you. That's why when these spirits get on you, you're supposed to rebuke them in the name of Yahweh.
Sickness.
Yes, sir.
It's like when you do a video and you start prophesying, it's like them spirits leave you.
Yeah. Well, Apostle DeBar said the only time you're good is when you're making a video. Because you're in deal or you're indulging in the truth. You know?
It's a spiritual war.
That's true, because every time you're doing your videos, you might be feeling fucked up. But at the moment you get into the spirit, you forget for a second. You know, or you're teaching, you know what I mean? The camp. I mean, it's all doing the work. You're doing the work. Apostle Tahar said, look, you're doing videos. You do your videos, you're doing the work. You know what I mean? You're doing the work. That's doing the work. It's just, because we teach it to the camera anyways. You know, to the congregation. Because they watching, you know, we got this, the unicorn. You know what I mean? We got the unicorn, man. The social media. Out here on the streets, them days are over. We ain't out here trying to fucking recruit folks from off the street no more. You know, like back in the days, you know, a crowd and Jake listening. Jake ain't listening, man. Or the elect. But we had a different mentality back then. But now, pretty much, if you have the elect, you're going to come in the truth. The days of, we used to be out there and you have a crowd of all phonies, all full of shit. That's right, brother. Oh, that's right. Teach. Praise. That's right. Where them niggas at now? You see what I mean? So now we pretty much teaching the camera. You know, we're teaching the camera. So like we could be here on the street corner, or we could be in a park like this. We did that up top. Teaching, that's the camp. You know what I mean? Realistically, when y'all do your videos and stuff, that's the camp. Because y'all see the brothers, Wa Akwaf, sincere sisters, and like I said, for the sisters out there, the Akwaf, so you ain't got no business watching our videos anyway. Right? Well, it depends. Unless they got a husband. If they have a husband. That's what I mean. If you a sister and you ain't got no man, you know, you just have a sister that happen to see the vid, oh my goodness, and you feel compelled and you actually believe and you, whatever you sending tithe, whatever you doing, and you ain't got no man, then the advice I got for them is the best way we could put it, they will come on down by the camp and stand off to the side and, well, men are supposed to choose anyway. I mean, for real though, man. Like, stand there, be humble, and you know, and then approach one of the brothers and start a conversation. Right. Or like there's a particular brother that you privy to, that you are not privy. What's the word I'm looking for?
Scope on it.
Scope or whatever, but I'm looking for the politically correct word, the proper word. An attraction to, you know, hey, you watching the brother's videos, you ain't got, these are sisters that don't have husbands that might, you know, Lord, this women gonna be saved. You know, then hey man, go on the brother's page and hit him up on the comment board. Or, I mean, I'm not a technical guy. They could do that, right? You can go on your page and hit the brother's synagogue, go, Shalom, brother. So and so, I've been watching the videos. My name is Shara. Whatever, right? Hit the brother up. And, you know, that's my suggestion. Come on, women, bro, women, they know how to. If they're trying to get at a dude, women know how to get at a dude. You know what I mean? So for you sisters that you want to hook up with a brother, then and I hope the brother might want to deal with you. Because things are changing now. We in the talk about Isaiah 4:1, man. And furthermore, we said this before. the sisters that got husbands, you ain't got no goddamn business watching nobody videos but your husband. That's it. You understand? That's bottom line. And I, you know, brothers' wives that I have came into contact with, I told them that, and I said it on camera. And I told brothers, man, your woman ain't supposed to be watching nobody else's videos but your videos. What the fuck is that? We didn't already seen the madness that comes from that already. I could tell y'all firsthand. You know what I mean? So if brothers do have a woman that's in the truth or she's a believer, then the only videos she should be watching is your videos. And we got scriptures on that. What did the Apostle Paul say? But if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home. Right? So what does that mean? The only person that's supposed to be teaching your woman is you. Not nobody else. Not even us. When it comes to you brothers and y'all Ayashas, man, I mean, you know, like I said, I've met brothers' wives and stuff like that. I'm like, hey, like, if anything, hey, shalom, sister. Shalom, hey, sister, shalom. Hey, man. You know, like small talk. Super small talk. You know, I might say a few things, but it's like, hey, sister, hey, shalom, shalom, sister, hey, how you doing? Hey, yeah, cool, great, yeah, man.
Chicken was good.
And it's nice, man. Yeah, the house, yeah, man, it's beautiful. I love the way you decorate that. You know, small talk bullshit. Shit like, hey, the house looks nice, sister. Yeah, yeah. Oh, the water, yeah, you cook the water, sister. Yeah, how you doing? And shit like that. And then really, that's just gonna be it. Hey, shalom, sister, when you're leaving, hey, man, Tawabala, hey, man, the water sister for cooking, and hey, man, may the Lord bless you. And one thing I might say, look, sister, I'm gonna tell you this, stick with this. I'm trying to put her on. Like this brother right here, stick with this man. No matter what the demons take, stick with this brother. As far as teaching or giving any form of exhortation, that's gonna be it. I might say that to a sister, a brother's wife. But like, sister, all I can tell you is this. You in a beautiful spot right now. Meaning these women don't realize that the men of the Lord, the servants of the Lord, they don't realize that what they got, man. You know what I mean? So I'll be like, sister, stick with this brother no matter what. Stay with this brother. Stay with him. Stay with this brother. You're going to be happy you did. You dig? What more could you say? And that's it. Right? Is that not good advice? I'm bigging up you know, the husband, the brother. Like, yo, man, you better stay with this brother, man. Sister, trust me. Stick with this brother. Fuck all the other bullshit. No matter what, stay with this brother. Y'all know, certain brothers have more than one woman, and that's cool. There's no, you know what I mean? 'Cause, you know, that'd be the main thing, man. That'd be the main thing. You know, that's my problem. Bun, you got something left? You looking for something?
Yeah, I got something.
Come on.
Yeah, this is the book of Sirach 36, and starting at verse 22. The beauty of a woman cheereth the countenance, and a man loveth nothing better. If there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, then is not her husband like other men.
Yeah, you got an apostle.
No, y'all got it. You break it down, Bun. It was your scripture.
Yeah, I'll read it again. It says, if there be kindness, meekness, and comfort in her tongue, then is not her husband like other men. You know, because truth be told, you know what I'm saying, when a man getteth the wife or getteth the woman, you know, going into verse 24, it says he gaineth the possession. And then when a woman entreats you well, she reaps the benefits of it. Mm-hmm. When a woman rocks with you in this truth, she reaps all of the glory from Yahweh Shemshah and all that favor as well. You know, even through the good times, the bad times, the ups and the downs. You know, because ultimately what it's all about is like going back into it, says that is not her husband like other men. What does that mean? That means that he's different. And that's why we always go through the same thing. Like, man, something about you. You know, they can't always put their finger on it, but it's the spirit of the Lord.
There's one too, then it does wonders for the countenance too.
Yeah.
Because your countenance is your facial expression. So if your spirit is good, you're gonna have a cheerful countenance because she's doing what she's supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? And because if you catching hell, you're gonna be down and you're gonna have these bad and crazy thoughts. But if she's doing her part, you can move better. You know, but at the same time frame, the Most High give us our balance. But think about this: we just had the perfect woman in hell. This should have been easy. You can go home and things of that nature, but the Most High has to give us that balance. Okay, this woman's gonna be fucked up because the more you in hell, the more you're begging for your house shot to return.
Oh man.
You know?
If
that made sense, man.
No, that made perfect sense. That made perfect sense, man. Because me and young Elder Kazak there, we was talking about that earlier. We did a video. I don't know if I mentioned it in the video, but you know, brother, thoughts come in. You know how it be. Your brain sometimes frees up. Yeah, and I didn't get to really touch on that like I wanted to in the earlier lessons. But yeah, our women are gonna be fucked up. They're gonna be like that because of the fact that we're not in our kingdom. Look, I mean, I got a woman I'm dealing with. I know you brothers got women. Some of you, I mean, if you don't, I don't know your personal situations. I know, some brothers do, some brothers don't. A lot of brothers, I mean, we Jake, so Jake always gotta have a woman. You know what I mean? So I know most Jakes got a woman. You know what I'm saying? But I know certain brothers that don't have a woman. They just, like, they get some PY when they can, and here and there, whatever. Some brothers are in a family situation, have a woman, whatever. And, we broke the laws of the Most High, Yahweh Shai. So, that's a part of the curses. We still serving that out right up until Yahweh Shai get here. So, with that being said, I'm laying back on what you were trying to articulate. Basically, our women gonna act up, man. They're gonna act up, but then we just gotta learn how to maneuver around that. You know what I mean? Like if I want to case in point, you got the cameras here, right? The stands. Excuse me. If I want to walk right up to that sign, I can't do it without knocking the cameras down, right? I gotta, and then I can get to the sign. You dig? I can get to the sign. So that's just what it is. Our women gonna act up. She could be cool, but they gonna act up. I mean, if you love the woman, but you just gotta weigh it out in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Okay, sometimes you gotta know when it's time to call it quits. Like if the bitch is way too toxic, then you gotta know when to walk away. But all these women are toxic because it's society, man. It's Babylon. So it's like, hey, man, okay, she got demons on her, but she's an asset. If a woman is an asset to you, and she's something cool. What's that scripture? If you be pleased to dwell with her, Apostle Paul said it, right? But know that you shall have tribulation in the flesh. That's in the scriptures. Everything go back to the scriptures, man. We live according to the scriptures. So that's that. So basically, that's what it is. But like as far as the woman thing goes, like the Apostle Paul told brothers back then, Paul speak as a man, right? Paul was always quoting Yahweh Shai, the scriptures, and Apostle Paul was telling brothers. He was telling brothers back then, Paul speak as a man, right? Certain things, right? And basically, like me personally, which this don't come from me. Apostle Tahar told me this years ago, right? Damn near 30 years ago. I'm never forget, we sitting in the car. He said, you know what, brother, you dealing with these women, you don't got to tell these women about the truth. These women these so-called women that we meet, and these chicks. I mean, whatever, man. Whether you're just popping them or it's like a so-called relationship. It's another funny word, relationship, right? But anyways, you want to like if you meet a chick, she don't know what you. It's really best just to not even. I'm just keep it real with you, brothers, man. You gotta be Clark Kent and Superman.
And the only way that can be unveiled if she lives with you.
Yeah.
Then ultimately, you get exposed and things of that nature. But like you said, Apostle, you speak as a man because it's not the law, but at the same time frame, it's still of the spirit.
In this kingdom.
In this kingdom.
In this kingdom.
You
know what I'm saying? But you're right. Because well, see, here's the thing. There's another thing for you brothers. Like my so-called woman I'm dealing with now, right? I be with her a lot, but I got my own place. I still keep my own spot. I'm not doing, we ain't doing that, soldier. You know what I mean? I got my own apartment in Fort Worth. She got her little house out there in Irving. I mean, I be there a lot, but then if she get on my nerves, I can roll. Or if she flip out, I'm like, okay. Always keep your own space. You can be with your woman, but you always keep your own shit. Apostle Tahan Gabar has said that for many years. And we practice that shit. You know what I mean? And remember Barry White said, what? Practice what you preach. Right? Barry White told you that. So, hey, man, I'm just telling you. But the real talk, because you gotta remain a man of mystery. When you tell a woman what you're all about, especially this truth, they'll use it against you. The elder, not Zagba, South Carolina, he been doing videos, right? And them videos make you mad. He been playing videos. Y'all been watching, right? I watched like 2 different ones he did. And it was some stupid airhead bitch. She compared, I don't know if she's Northern Kingdom or Southern Kingdom. She probably a bugged out Eve, whatever, but she looked like she could be, you can't really tell, she looked mixed up. She looked like Eve, but you know the video I'm talking about, right?
Well, you dropped yesterday.
Yeah, she looked like, she could pass for like a light skin or like a whatever. And you can see it in the bitch's eyes and she's talking, she's bugged the fuck out. But them demons be working through these women. Now, if you're a simple-minded person, you will believe, you will get wooed by that shit. Because what was she saying the other day? If you are a Hebrew Israelite in 2026, you are weird or whatever the crazy shit was. Y'all know the video I'm talking about, right? If you are a Hebrew Israelite in 2026, you are toxic or you are weird or something like basically you crazy, whatever. I forget the full thing. And he played the full thing. And it's real exhausting to get to her part of the video. And the brother played that. I got a little mad. Like, fuck this brother. So this brother, man, I kind of wanted to cut. Look, brother, why you play that whole damn thing? But as he went into his thing, when he started talking, because I'm like, it's exhausting to get through the video. Listening to this stupid airhead, dildo head bitch. And then as you're looking, when she went through her whole stuff, and that, when they're rolling it, they got demons on them. The Hebrew Israelite, and she called herself quoting scriptures and trying to debunk us, right? And then when my man Elder Menat Zakbai, when he started talking, he started bringing out the scriptures, right? He tore our whole shit apart, right? And then he said, you know what it is, man? You know what it is, man? He got that brother talk. This bitch, and when he said it, I said, oh shit. Because I was thinking the same thing. I said, I know what happened. In my mind, I was saying it, but then on the video, he said it. He said, this bitch right here, she she probably was dealing with a brother in the truth. And the brother probably, the shit, the relationship or whatever didn't work out. Maybe the brother cut her off or whatever. Like, she sounded like a slighted or scorned. Like maybe she was dealing with some brother. It could have been a brother in GMS. It could have been one of them dudes, one of them other. She was dealing with some Israelite dude who was in one of these camps or whatever. And shit went south. So she asked her, she bugged her. So now, see, the Hebrew Israelites. So now they want to become scoffers. That's what it is. Y'all dig it? For real. Bro, 'cause some of these women that we have dealt with, and they found out about the truth. You got something? You got something, bud?
I'm not reading for you.
They found out about the truth, and then let's say y'all break up, they'll come, like if they really butt hurt, they'll come and try to scoff the truth. Oh, I got to tell you, brothers, this. Earlier today, and some of y'all might have seen the video. I was watching Apostle earlier today. I was sitting at the brother crib, and I was watching Apostle Tahar, but I know it's a recent video. I don't know when Apostle Tahar put it up. I watched the whole video, and fire, man. Apostle Tahar put a video up, and I mean, he was touching on a lot of different points, right? But he said, yeah, man. He said, pretty much, if we in that time, when the missiles come, all you niggas that fill out the truth, you're going to be backstroking in them, that fire from the missiles. And then he said, Apostle Tahar, I didn't say it. Apostle Tahar said, look, you women that was in the truth and left, y'all going to be doing the backstroke in the fire from those missiles. Apostle Tahar. So see, these women, all these women, you got to realize, bro, no, they culpable too. It's not just men. These women, man, these women are not exempt from judgment. Because you're a woman. How about you? How much I don't care. Because you got a pussy.
I say this.
Go ahead, brother.
He didn't care about Lot's wife.
God.
She was a righteous man's wife.
Can I say something for you? When you think about Daniel, the 12th chapter, it talks about sins going to be in everlasting contempt. We know this talk about the guys that fell off, but a lot of that that's going to be in that sect is women that love us too, man. They're going to feel extremely
That makes sense.
Oh,
the 2/3 mainly consists of women.
Women, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's more women on the planet than men.
That's right.
Well, I got a scripture for y'all. Y'all can read it and y'all can break it down if you want to. I'm going to give it back to y'all, man. I just had to, Ezekiel 9 and 4.
I was going to get it. Let's go.
The Lord don't care. Yahweh Shai don't care because you got a pussy. Okay? I'm a woman. I'm a woman. Don't use vulgar language in front of women. You know what I mean? I know y'all have all heard that before, especially in the South. We all from the South. Hey, man. Like about you somewhere, fuck. Hey. Bro, hey, man. Don't be talking that way, man. There's women in here. There's women. No, not women. There's women's in here. There's women's in here. Are you fucking serious? Can I tell you something?
Sure.
All the cuss words I know, I learned from my mama. Okay? Real talk. All the cuss words I learned from listening to my damn mama. Give me a fucking break. Don't be cussing. There's women around. There's women. Them even coming to America. Them that's Randy Watson was singing. Y'all know what I'm saying? Them three niggas, Eddie and they play. They playing different roles. You never the scene. Teach them women, let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty. Randy Watson was singing, and the three niggas, the barbers, they're sitting there. The Eddie and they started. Them three niggas started cussing each other. The old niggas, the old barber niggas, and then they got into it. They were the fuck. And then one of them niggas said, calm down. It's women's in here. And even Eddie, the old nigga, Eddie was like, I don't give a fuck. Nobody give me nothing. But that's true, right? That's true. That's some real shit. Yeah, man. That's one thing I like about Eddie, man. He bring out the truth in the movie. Yeah. It's women's up in here. Eddie, I don't give a fuck. Wasn't about to give me nothing. Like you say, I don't give a fuck. Women. There's women's in here. See, but that's that whole thing of America. Because you got that slit. You were exempt from judgment. Well, when the flood came, did women die in the flood?
That's right.
No, the Lord was like, oh, nah. Well, look, Noah, you got to try to get all the women up in the ark too, right? The women. Women are expendable, man. Men are not expendable. Women are expendable. You men are valuable. Why? Because you carry the seed. Women can't bring back a nation. The Lord, there's plenty of women. You dig? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying. I'm not advocating. I'm not advocating in this circle right here of ours for brothers to go and treat your woman like shit. Your woman. That's what I'm talking about. Your woman. I'm not advocating for you. Like, y'all to go home tonight. Fuck you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't do that. You do that, you got demons on you. You know what I mean? You be cool. If your woman is cool with you, you be cool with her. You dig? That's it. If she cool with you, you be cool with her, man. If you happy with your woman, then deal with your woman. Because really, right now is not the time to be on the dating scene. You dig? The scripture said, whoa. What's that scripture? Be not a lion in our own home. So if you got a woman and your chick is cool, man, then you be cool with her. That's it, man. You go home, man. Hey, shit, man. Just be cool. Don't create problems where there's nothing there. Women are gonna be women, bro. They're gonna be Satan, but that's why you gotta always
Navigate.
stay moving. You know, when your woman start acting, you see the demons on the eye, man. You go over here for a couple of days or a couple of hours. Or, you know, absence makes the heart grow fonder.
You mentioned earlier, you know, the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Like we're each other's escape. You know what I'm saying? Like get away from a little bit around the brothers.
Well, yeah, we talked about this earlier. Hey, man, you know, like I said, you in the crib and your woman, you can see the demons on her, and you know, just be like, oh, all right, well, look, listen, look, baby, I'm gonna step out for a hot second. Put your jacket on, go out in your car, your truck, and you'll holler at a brother. Call one of the brothers. Hey, Shalom, Molly, what's up? What you doing, man? You know, you call one brother don't answer. You just call brothers. But hey, Shalom, Molly, hey, what's up, man? What you doing, man? Hey, nothing, bro. I'm just sitting there chilling, watching the game, or I'm sitting there just doing videos, about to do a video. Hey, look, bro, yeah, man, look, and you know, our brothers, we know, we already be knowing. You be like, yeah, bro, hey, brother, I just kind of need to get out the house for a hot second, man. This bitch got Satan on her, man. I just need to get out the house. I ain't trying to go upside her fucking head. And you know damn well the brother gonna tell, hey, brother, come through, swing through, roll up. You know what I'm saying? Go kick it with a brother for a while, for a couple of hours. You get there and you want to give it a brother, rejuvenate. You know, let the tension calm down, the demon. You know what I mean? You kick it at a brother house, man. Sure, y'all might do a video, or even if y'all don't do a video, y'all just watching the basketball game, the football game, or watching a movie, whatever. You know, have a couple of drinks, y'all just kicking it and just chopping it up in the spirit. That's the beauty, or like you said, the beauty of the brotherhood, man. And then you might be like, hey, man, you know what? You might decide you don't want to go home. But like, yo, man, listen, look, I just crashed on the couch. I don't feel like going back there tonight. You know, man, come, brother, head. Lay down. Right? That's, you learn how to, the spirit just want me to tell you brothers this, to vent this out to the congregation. You did what I'm saying? That's it. Don't, but that don't mean you got to look at your woman. The Apostle Paul said, ye shall have tribulation in the flesh. Because remember, what did the Apostle Paul say to in the scripture? He said, look, I wish that y'all could all be like me. Apostle Paul didn't have a woman because he knew that he wanted to dedicate himself totally to the gospel. And women do take up time. They take up time, brother. And the scripture said, Apostle Paul said what? If a man have a wife, be careful. It is true. Because when you got a woman,
Careful things of the world.
yeah. Your woman pull you into her bullshit sometimes. You get caught up, you be having to do all kind of bullshit. You know what I mean? But that's what it is. But when you ain't got a woman, you just focused on the word and the brotherhood. If you ain't working, did I call for something?
Ezekiel 9:4.
I mean, y'all can read it if y'all want to. If not, it's up to y'all.
We'll get that. We'll close it out on that.
This
Yeah.
is looking-
Yeah.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9 and verse 4. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, to the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for
That's
all.
an angel marking the elect from the exemption of judgment, right? And we're in the end of this thing. Go ahead, bro.
That sigh and that cry for all the abominations
What are we
that
signing and crying about? Shit, this reality, right? America, Esau, and so on and so forth. That's what we sign and crying about. And the more we sign and crying, you also sign and crying about doing your videos too, doing this work and also praying. You know, all of this is a combination of that.
it says that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
An abomination is nothing but wickedness, man. Extreme wickedness, right? This whole reality is fucking wicked, right? And it's also based on the notion or the pretense of Satanism. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And to the others, he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite.
So the Most High wants to hear these people die. He wants to hear these people scream and beg for mercy and beg for their lives, man. Go ahead. He said, in my hearing. Go ahead.
Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
They don't have no pity. And do the angels give a fuck? No. It tells you in Ecclesiastes, the 39th chapter, when it's time for the angels to get busy, they don't give a damn who it is. Women, kids, the ancient or whatsoever. They get busy. Go ahead.
I'm going to switch to the NLT for verse 6. It says, kill them all.
Kill them all. Based on the standard of the Most High. Not murder them all, but kill them all. Go ahead.
Old and young.
Old and young. You old hoes don't go, you young hoes don't go. Because you young hoes get the shit from the old hoes.
Yeah.
And an old hoe now is considered as 35 years old. You can have a great grandmama and the mother and the grandchild all going to an NBA young boy concert. This society is done. Back in the day when I was coming up, my grandmother was damn near 70 years old.
In the house baking apple pies.
Yes, sir.
And cornbread.
And beef stew.
Beef stew or whatever it was. Now you got these old ass hoes when twerking, trying to hang out with their granddaughters. You old ass hoe with blonde extensions. Show them all the beauty they possess inside.
Verse 6, it says, kill them all.
Them all.
Old and young,
Mhm.
girls and women,
Mhm.
and little children.
Girls and women. So it mentioned women twice. The Lord ain't playing, man. We better hope we make it.
That's right.
We better hope our ass make it. And bro, I don't know if I'm gonna make it, but I guess what? The scripture says, give diligence to make thy calling and election sure. So that's what Apostle Tahar said. The video I watched, but I'm gonna be diligent. I'm gonna do the work.
That's right.
Apostle Tahar said that the video I saw that he did. Shalom. Shalom. Man, there's a lot of Jake out here know about the truth, right?
Yeah, that's another count.
That's another camp.
Yes, the affiliate camp.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey.
When
The former affiliate.
the former affiliate camp.
Okay, but they're doing they just kind of doing their own thing.
Yeah, they just wrapped up.
Well, that's cool. Hey, look, man, hey, you know what? Beautiful. It's not for us to say them brothers were wicked or what. Hey, when the door was open, they didn't. Hey, shalom. Hey, man, shalom to them brothers, bro. Hey, shalom, rakatah. Shalom, rakatah. Beautiful, man. Hey, the brothers still get hot, you know.
Yeah.
It's the head, bro. So, hey, Lord be with them brothers. Man, remember your house shot. Well,
And they helped us out a lot. Like personal situations.
all I got to say is this, bro. Yahweh Shah said it. We saw others teaching in your name, and we forbid them. Yahweh Shah rebuked them, said, no, don't forbid them, man. If they're not against us, they with us. So not every single brother is just going to come up here and be in what's the word, on the roster.
Yeah.
You know, like on a team, you got the roster. Okay, he's on the roster. he's not on the team. They on the team. That's cool. That's groovy, man. Not everybody got to come up under us. We don't want that. Because then realistically, that's more problems. That's more shit we got to deal with. So let Jay do what they do. Them brothers are coming by, they saluting, they shalom, hey, and they teaching, they doing the work. That's all that matters. It's not about us. GMS, so to speak, is about, hey, if them brothers are teaching, as long as they teaching the right doctrine and they doing the thing, who are we to say that they're not gonna make it because they ain't out here with us? This ain't no gang, man. This ain't no motherfucking club.
What set you claim?
Huh?
Like, what set you claim, cuz?
Yeah. What set you claim, cuz? Yeah. This ain't no motherfucker. You GMS, nigga? Nah. Fuck you, cuz. No, we ain't doing all that shit, man.
You know, ISUPK on that shit pretty much. That's
their
spirit.
Yeah. We ain't doing that, man. Hey, man. Hey, Lord bless them brothers, man.
Right.
Yeah, like I said, hey, if I was to see them, if I was running to one of them somewhere, we out somewhere, whatever, I'm going to treat them like a brother.
Right.
You know what I mean? Unless they give me a reason not to, but other than that, like if I was in a bar, I'd run them, brother, hey, Shalom. They recognize Possible God, Shalom. Hey, Shalom, brother. Hey, how about you, Shalom, brother? I was like, you want a drink, bro? I'll buy him a drink. You know what I mean? I'm gonna treat them like a brother because they doing the work. You know, and y'all see that they show y'all respect, man. They showing you, brother, they pass them a thing, hey, Shalom. Hey, they see them like brothers. You know, the spirit will decipher the rest. Shit, we got guys in GMS that ain't right. We got spies amongst us, man. You know that? Yeah, but you know what? The spies gonna get vented out, man. I feel sorry for them. Because you gotta be the most stupidest motherfucker on the planet to be a spy. Like you spying out, you're like, yo, the white man gonna lose. Esau gonna lose, man. You can see this society is done. It's done. It's split. Remember the Roman Empire split? The ancient Roman Empire was the Eastern and the Western Roman Empire. And after that, Rome just fell as a kingdom. And that was that. This place is divided. What did the scripture say? A kingdom divided amongst itself shall not stand. This place is done, man. So basically, we ain't got, I don't know whose camera this is, but it's totally, yeah.
Better die.
Oh, okay, yeah, I figured that. You know, I try to, I play the camera, man. I try to keep an eye on the cameras. Okay, yeah. But that's all I got to say. Y'all can finish the scripture, man.
This is back at Ezekiel 9:4. It says, "But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary." Then they began at the
false
ancient
prophets, man, they're gonna get judgment first. Why? Because more stripes, you will receive more stripes because you knew better. You know, and that's how it works. Those that know better holds the most responsibility. Go ahead, bro.
It says, "Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house."
There you go. You have something else to say?
Oh, well, no, y'all know you got to break that part down, bro.
Go ahead,
You can't just ride over there. Y'all got to break that down.
It says,
Go ahead, bro.
I'm sorry. It says, "But come not near any man upon whom is the mark."
What's the mark? So, man, you brothers got to get all the meat off the bone. When you break these scriptures down, man, I learned this from High Priest Ariah and Apostle Tahar, man, back in the when you breaking these scriptures down, you can't just ride over shit. You gotta pull all the meat off the bone. Come on now, break it down.
Exemption of judgment, meaning protection from the second death.
That Dawah,
The why?
which is far different from the mark mentioned in Revelation 13 and 16.
For why?
You know?
This is
What's the mark? What's the mark?
This is that word
Microchip.
to walk.
No, that's not talking about the microchip, brother.
Oh,
Yeah.
What are you talking about, man?
Oh, we talking. Oh, it's a lot.
Ezekiel, man.
Oh, Ezekiel, my bad.
This is that word to walk. It says mark as a sign of exemption from judgment.
There we go.
So what's the mark that Ezekiel 9:4 is talking about?
Well,
Come not near any man is talking to death angels.
yeah.
Who's the mark? What's the mark?
Well, ultimately, is this knowledge? This truth?
Yes,
This
come,
truth
you're right.
makes us exempt from judgment. Beginning with the names. You know,
beginning with the
That's
name.
what I really wanted to hear.
Yeah, because Revelation 7,
Yeah.
you know, you had the name sealed in their forehead.
Can I get
That's
something?
what I really wanted to hear. Because the name of Yahweh and Yahushua is the truth. It's synonymous with everything we teach it. It represents that. So that's the mark. Remember, because you got Nate and different, we don't know what the Lord's name is. We'll get that in the kingdom. You know what I mean? These wicked niggas, right?
Right.
Even the niggas, GOCC, Bubble Eye Blackfish, you know, the Elder Ricard from the GOCC, he, Ahaya and Yeshaya. These niggas are wicked. They don't have the mark. The mark, Shalom, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. That's the mark. That's really the mark. You got to call upon the name, but you got to be within the right doctrine. You see what I'm saying?
Can I make a point? When you go into, what's that scripture we always pull out? John 7:38. Out of his mind shall flow rivers of living water. When you go into that term living, it goes into Zio, and the definition for Zio is those that are worthy of the names.
Come, worthy. You got to be found worthy.
Worthy of the names.
And I want you to finish on that Ezekiel. And it said, in the beginning of my sanctuary, and that I began at the ancient man, which was before the house. Break that down thoroughly. Can somebody break that down thoroughly? I mean, I can do it, but I want y'all to do it. I want to see if y'all
It says,
got it, man.
and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men.
Stop. What's the sanctuary of the Lord?
Boys in the circumcision.
The Israelites that in the truth. Israelites that are in the truth. That's right here. We are in the sanctuary of the Lord. You dig, brothers? We were talking about that earlier because these niggas out here in the world, these two, like, hey man, they're dangerous. They're dangerous.
Yeah.
But amongst the brotherhood, you feel safe. So when that judgment comes, before Pookie and Ray Ray get it, hey, the Lord gonna start amongst us, man. So-called brothers that know that they're Israelites, that claim to be men of the Lord. You see? Right? People like Nate, people like General Yohana, all the niggas y'all know. Oh, Genesis, you know, the dildo crew. Y'all know about that, right? Niggas sucking all that bull. Hey, Shalom.
Got you, Apostle.
Niggas sucking all that motherfucking bullshit. Niggas sucking all that motherfucking bullshit. You a high priest and you were this, but you like that funny business. And then your own women are coming on putting you on blast. Oh my God. Right? The females, your sisters, your wives are putting you on blast. Dudes like that, they don't get the judgment first, man. I'm telling y'all, this is not a fucking game, man. This is not. A lot of dudes think this shit's a fucking game. This ain't no game, man. This is serious fucking business, man. You understand? This is serious fucking business, man. You know, and dudes better start taking it serious, man. The Lord ain't playing, man. We don't even know if we're gonna make it, man. But like, hey, man, we trying. We trying. So take this. Don't play with this, man. See, it's okay, right? All the dudes that scoffed against us and did all that shit and talked all that bullshit, right? Talked all that bullshit about Apostle Tahar, right? Scoffed. He's just an old nigga. Him and Apostle Tahar, just two old niggas sitting on the couch in New York. They need to retire, right? Remember that? Y'all remember that? They need to retire. We the guys, make way for us, okay? Y'all got it. And you know what? We gave it to them. Y'all got it, bro. All right. We just kept doing what we didn't gonna stop. We just kept doing what you brothers as well. We just, all of us collectively. What did we do? I mean, we'll curse them niggas out, 'cause that's what we do. But what? We just kept doing the work. You remember Bun, right? What we do? We just kept, okay, cool. You know, we just kept going. All right, bro, come. Shalom, y'all got it. And what they do? They fell on their sword, man. They fell on their sword, man. You got exposed. You see what I mean? There's a thing called respect. You dig? There's a thing called respect. And all the dudes that vary from that, they all fall on their face, man. You dig? High Priest Ariel, man. High Priest Ariel, we told y'all. Yeah, High Priest Ariel, he went off. He went off. But guess what? We still love and respect High Priest Ariel. That sign y'all got right there, we wouldn't have that if it wasn't for High Priest Ariel. How would you know what tribe? I'm Reuben, I'm Gad, I'm Judah. You wouldn't know that. It was the spirit of Yahweh Shai got on High Priest Ariel to put that together, man. You know what I mean? So how the fuck could I ever come against High Priest Ariel, man? You know what I mean? So the Lord, see, certain things are above certain dudes' pay grade, man. And that's another thing, Jake. Certain things are above your pay grade. So you gotta realize when certain things are above your pay grade. You know what I mean? High Priest Ariel, the Lord, but see, if you understand the scriptures, you understand why that went down. You know, that's deep shit. You know. But y'all understand what I'm trying to say to y'all? But the reason I wanted him to read Ezekiel, I told y'all to break it down, but the spirit is on me to go into it so y'all can get it. The Lord said, begin in my sanctuary and begin at the ancient men. So the ancient men represents dudes that know the truth, that's going off and being wicked as hell. You understand? That you got something, brother?
Well, I got the Strong's Concordance.
Come on, please. Go look a shot.
That's the Strong's GH2205 Zaquan. The word ancient goes back to Zaquan. So one of the definitions goes to old, but then it says elders of those having authority. You know, of those, because you went into the sanctuary, which is basically those who are circumcised, those who know. And then it says that an ancient, so it's the leaders, starting at the leaders.
Nate.
Yeah, Nate. Yeah. This one gets judged first.
Sakari.
Yeah.
Hey,
Genesis.
did he not call him? He deemed himself a chief high priest.
Yeah, he did.
The only other man since I've been around that ever held that title was High Priest Ariel. High Priest Ariel and High Priest Yaquah. Those are the only two men that we've ever acknowledged, the chief high priest. Okay? This little punk gonna call himself a chief high priest because he's a Levite. And then he had that all fucked up. The Levites. Look, the Lord did away with that. During the time of Moses and Aaron, yeah, the Levites were but the Yahweh Shai changed all that. And that was the reason Yahweh Shai was crucified on earth, because them niggas couldn't accept the fact that Yahweh Shai was a Judite. So their whole thing was, who this nigga? First of all, we the Sanhedrin. We the Levites. First of all, nigga, you a Judite. You ain't got no say. You know what I mean? The old order of Moses and Aaron. But let's keep it real. That was done away with. You know?
Hey, that's the reason why the veil split after the crucifixion. Then all 12 tribes had access to this knowledge, man. You know?
That's right. Yeah, I'm glad you said. That's why the split.
Yeah, the veil split.
That was symbolic of the Lord was doing away with that old order, and this is the Yahweh Shai. He's the new. Realistically, Yahweh Shai is the chief high priest.
That's right.
But them niggas didn't want to accept it, and they still don't want to accept it to this day. You understand, brother? Hey, the body dies, the spirit never dies. Things change. The Lord shuffles things around. We was all back there, all these wicked. We were all, it's us back here playing out the same role. That's why I said I wanted to learn how to play chess. Because I don't know how to play chess, but I want to learn. I can play the hell out of some checkers, but I can't play chess. But chess, basically, all of us here, we're just pawns in the chess game. And the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai is they're the chess masters. It's all one big game of chess. Okay? You dig? I mean, that's real talk. See? The Lord do what he want to do when he want to do it and how he want to do it. Y'all understand that, right? So all we can do, brothers, is pray to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Just keep praying. Keep your medicine strong. Keep your medicine strong. pray to the Lord all the time, every day. When you wake up in the morning, pray, just pray to the Lord that you be found worthy, man. You dig? That's all the Spirit of the Lord. You know, that's it, man. That's all I got to say.
Well, look, we're gonna ready to close it out. Yeah, something you like to hold us.
Yeah. I got two real quick. This is Hebrews 3:1. Wherefore, holy brethren, partakers of the heavenly calling, consider the apostle and high priest of our profession, Mashiach Yahushua. So Yahushua is the high priest. Why do we know that? Because he's right next to the Most High. He sits in the Holy of Holies.
That's right.
So Yahushua is that high priest.
He actually died for Israel.
That's right.
I mean, you know, as great as Aaron was, and you know, and that you know, that lineage of high priest that would come from him, none of them died for Israel.
That's
like,
right.
you know, you go into the ephod and you got the 12 tribes, you know, the Lord actually bore us on his chest. He literally took the hit for the whole nation.
Wow.
So, you know, for all 12 tribes.
Like the ephod.
Like the ephod. Yeah.
And see, that was foreshadowed in the Old Testament when King David ate of the showbread. That was foreshadowed what all 12 tribes be partaking of kings, you know. High priest. I got one more. This is for Sakari. Ecclesiasticus 11:20. Be steadfast in your covenant. So when you come into this truth, you make it oath to Yahweh Shem Shai. And be conversant. Conversant means what? To be occupied in it. Hey, therein and wax old in your work. So we supposed to die in this thing.
Not retired.
Right.
Oh, y'all old now. Y'all got to retire.
And we on active duty until Yahweh Shai comes
There's
back.
no retirement. There's no retirement. Like, yeah, see that nigga, he was going into a law because they were, you know, when you read this, see if you know the scriptures, which them niggas studied the scriptures, but they didn't understand them. You can read something but not understand what you're reading, if that makes sense. They read it right, because that nigga Alizé, I call him Alizé. I know what I'm talking about, right? I ain't even gonna give him the respect of calling him his so-called real name. That punk, that bitch, that little hoe, right? He according to the law, that is in the law. If you read it, it's in there. The priest, it's starting to drizzle a little. The priest did they did retire. Like there was a point where you had the priests, and when they got to a certain age, they would retire, and their sons took over. You know, that was in the law. It was the priests. They got old. You know, they got a little older, so it was time. But remember, their sons were being raised. There was an order of the Levites, the priesthood, the holy priesthood. So their sons would come up. You know, you had a son. Your son was already being trained in the priesthood. You retired, then your son or your nephew or your grandson, they became the new, and it went on and on down the that's how it went down the generations. You understand what I'm saying? But that order was that order was done away with. What the scripture said, we shall be a nation of kings and priests.
A nation of kings and priests.
A nation. Yahweh Shai is the high priest. So that was set up at that time, we have to have order. The Lord set that up. He set up that order. Moses was a Levite, and Aaron was Levite. So the Lord was dealing with Moses and Aaron at that time. So, like, the Lord set it up through Levi.
Yeah.
But there had to be order so that everything, Israel could know the laws and writing, and everything could be established, man. You understand?
Like the count, lamb back apostle. It was a foreshadowing of things to come. I remember when we came out of Egypt, and the Lord was saying, sanctify unto me the firstborn. And then it got to a point to where, you know, after he said sanctify the firstborn, then he took a tribe unto himself that was going to, you know, serve him as priest, and it'll be Levi. But, you know, fast forward to the New Testament, how Shaul was saying the Lord did that with his son. You know, he sanctified him to him, you know, the firstborn, man. You know what I'm saying? To bring us back. So
no, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's the
that was set up for that time.
It is.
You know what I mean? But then the Lord, now the Bible says, now niggas will say scoffers, but wait a minute, y'all contradicting yourself. Don't the Bible say, I'm the Lord your power, I change not? The Lord don't change. It's just you gotta be sophisticated enough, spiritually sophisticated enough to understand the scriptures. Nothing really changed. It's just, remember Yahweh Shai said this when he was talking to that bitch at the well. Apostle Tahar went into that in the video I saw today. He said, "Hey man, this was that John 4, the 4th chapter, right?" And he said, "Look, this the water that I'm bringing is a well springing up into everlasting life. A well. Water flows. Even Bruce Lee said that. But water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend. Water is ever moving. Water is like, right, it ripples, you know what I mean? So this truth is water. Yahweh Shai told us. So it's not changing, it's just this truth is evolving. It's an evolutionary, spiritually evolutionary thing. So like back, and you brothers got to realize something. Okay, y'all look at us, right? The apostles, so to speak, the bishops. When we came in, things was different. The world was different. The world was a different place back then. It was a whole different, you know what I mean? It wasn't like how it is now. So we had our teachers, our elders, what y'all know about, which is y'all elders and y'all teachers too, right? If y'all are fruit, those are your elders too. King Mansha, well, no, so let's start from the top. High Priest Abba Bivens, King Mansha, High Priest Ariah, High Priest Yaquab, right? They taught us, they gave us what they had. At that, the Lord, hey man, as great as those men are, and I still love all those men to this day. Okay? I still miss those men. I still miss them. I miss the shit out those men, man. But the Lord didn't give them everything. He gave them a portion because the Lord deals with other men. So they gave us the best of what they had, what the Lord gave them. And we took it and we ran with it. And then, through the Spirit, different things evolved. You understand? Like the Cornelius thing, right? The Cornelius thing. We were taught Cornelius was an Edomite, but then through the Spirit of Yahweh Shai, the Lord put the Spirit on Apostle Gabar. It was Apostle Gabar that the Spirit really came on to. Because we read in the scriptures like, wait a minute, man, it's not adding up. Esau can't be saved, And then he brought it to Apostle, but Apostle Tahar was already in the Spirit pondering on it, and then that's how that whole thing came to be. Because there's no way that Cornelius could be an Edomite. How could he? You dig what I'm saying? Oh, he held the books. He held the Bible for us. When? How? Like some old dude in the cave. I am Cornelius. Here's the Bible. Peter told me to give this to y'all. It don't even make sense. Right? They said Cornelius was a just man. So that means he was Esau is not just. I don't care. Even these fucking Edomites that act like they nice and cool, they're not just. They're wicked. You an Edomite. You can't be, the Lord will put the Spirit on Esau to be cool with you. You know what the scriptures say. The Lord will entreat thy enemy to treat thee well. You'll meet some cool Edomites and they'll be cool, but they're still Edomites. You still got to watch them. You know what I mean? And these other nations. They'll be cool with you, man. You got to watch these son of bitches. Got to watch them.
They go to how when a man's ways please the Yahweh Shai, he maketh even his enemies be at peace with him.
That's the scripture I wanted. That's it. So you brothers, you don't got to be walking around railing on Edomites. We did that already. That's what I'm saying. You got to come to a level in your mind. You brothers got to use high wisdom. We got to be chameleons in this motherfucker.
Going back to what you said earlier, we got to learn how to be more elusive.
Con.
Con.
You brothers, man, look, man, I'm telling this to the young brothers in the camp. Esau's the devil. Yes, he is. Esau's not going to be saved. Don't listen to Genesis. Don't listen to them. Okay, look, man, but You walk around, don't be like these stupid niggas in the world. You don't walk around just cursing white people out. Nah, dude. You walk around, man, I tip my ass. How you doing, sir? Yes, sir. How you doing? I'll smile. I'll sit there, have a drink with an Edomite. I'll be cool with them because you never know. The Lord could use that Edomite to help you. And it's happened. I'm talking from experience. Y'all don't got to walk around and be like, fuck you, cracker. You fucking cracker. That's not wisdom, man. That's just a belligerent, stupid, low IQ, low vibrational nigga.
Yeah, when you speak about that earlier too, like the nigga want to be in that spirit. Your Eve.
All the
Yeah,
way.
like,
All the way. All the way. But y'all got it, man. I didn't talk to Mel, man.
It's a spirit. You know, we needed it. We're gonna, we're gonna close it out.
Go on, man. Go on, Elder.
All right. Well, look, we're gonna face the east. And with that, we hope brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, we want to give our honor and glory to
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Kadosh.
We want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops, great millstone we well. Peace and blessings up the abundance to the house of David the elect. Baba,
Shalom.
Yeah, man. I watch you brothers on